Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Adventure Corp, the adventures of the Jakobson brothers. We are back, and let's do an intro. So, last session, the brothers, with the help of Kana, broke into, and back out of the Heard family mansion. They were scouting it out nearly flawlessly, only ruining one lock in the process on a certain cabinet that they found.
Only the
Breaking
the
into
coolest lock that might hold the best treasure.
who knows?
No one will ever know.
It did not hold the thing they were after, however, and breaking in a second time, they managed to successfully sneak the green dragon head out unnoticed, and then sneak the red dragon head from the other team, meeting them between the two small towns. However, a poorly timed fumble from Kana just outside the window while they were breaking in led to them putting two guards to sleep. They managed to narrowly set up their prize and escape before the guards in the house could catch up to them, and we ended with you two in the safety of your own rooms with the blood still pumping from your hurried escape from the job to set up your name with this family and hopefully get some long time work from them.
My blood is still pumping from our hurried escape.
It was quite hurried.
It was amazing. Can't believe we made it out of there.
What time would it be right now?
You guys finished the job early morning, so probably around 7
Well, I'm gonna
a.m.
go to bed.
You guys went to bed just before doing the job, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
No time to sleep now.
Then I'm just gonna probably hang out and just busybody until
So,
Eric and then come.
how's your weekend been?
Is it a weekend? Now I gotta check the calendar.
Weather's been real weathering, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The job was the job went good.
Oh yeah, we did that.
Right up until the end.
No, yeah, for
Okay,
sure,
now,
for sure.
It's a Wednesday.
Yeah.
It is a Wednesday today too.
Yeah.
Calendars coincide. Oh. Kena, don't worry about the fumble.
I wasn't.
That's the stuff in the future that we really got to try to avoid.
Mm-hmm.
You said not to worry about it. Now you're worrying about it.
No, well, what's done is done. See what happens.
I don't know. It feels like this is a big deal to you.
It's a big deal, but we moved on.
Well, I bet
I
everyone
can
heard
move
that
on.
antivirus alert.
It's like great, we can move on, but we can still address something and plan for the future.
Ugh, I hate your plans.
Hey, I'm gonna just let you plan the next job, and I'm not gonna plan anything.
You're really?
Yeah, for sure. We'll have to find a new job, but like, maybe we could sell shoes.
I do like improvising.
Bringing it back.
What's your name?
See, this joke didn't even end. My name? Oh jeez, I was not prepared to improvise this soon.
What's your name?
Oh, my name.
Even Drawl.
It is Soraj Sirakasar.
What should I come back with?
Nice to meet you. My name is Soraj.
Your guys' aliases that you came up with.
So his is Hammond.
I didn't write them down because I knew I would forget.
Okay, his is Hammond.
Right.
Ham and
Mine
cheese.
is Cyril. And Keena's is Lily.
Correct. Yes.
Can you write them down, Alex?
No.
Okay.
I refuse to.
Okay.
So, you guys chat a bit in the room, and Lily, or Kana, just kind of sits down and starts mussing with the blanket for a bit.
What's on your mind?
Um, this part gets really boring.
Yep. Well, sometimes there's sitting and waiting in between
Why?
because you can't work all the time. We did our job, right?
Well, we could play.
What do you want to play?
I want to play break into a place.
Okay. Well, there's not places to break into right now.
All the break-inable places are closed.
You could work on your letters and stuff.
That's not playing.
You could
You
play
said we can't
break.
work all the time.
Okay. To break into the bank, you have to spell out the word truffle monkey.
I don't know the word truffle
Well,
monkey.
if you figure it out, you then get to break into the bank and steal all the money.
Promise?
No.
Well, you sort of do it figuratively? Figuratively.
I don't know that one either.
Me
Okay,
neither.
we'll play a thing. I want you to write in your book. I want you to come up with a plan of how you would have broken into the mansion.
I would have done what we did.
Okay. Well, you can't do what we did because we already did it. You got to think of a way that you would do it.
I would use the other window.
You go write it in your book.
Okay.
Think of a whole plan,
Okay.
and then this will be good for you.
Okay.
Psst, you
Just
can
grab
just
your-
write improvise, and it counts.
I don't know that word.
It's a good word. You should figure it out.
Okay.
I'm going to yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess arcane recovery.
Okay. You can take a short rest.
And I gain back 4 levels of spells.
Are you got? I think it's rounded down, or is it rounded up? I don't know. Anyways,
idea.
so you guys hang around the inn for the day. I take it.
Waiting for Barrack.
Yeah.
Well, you guys would know that Barrack's probably not going to come back. You guys are waiting for House Herd.
We're waiting to be
follow up on the note you
contacted.
left them.
Oh, I thought we were going to meet up after the job to talk.
Nope, you guys were both pulling 2 simultaneous jobs, hoping to get employed by the people, and which is why you guys left the calling card with the statue.
Oh, to do it again? Like the same job?
No,
again?
to steal the other dragon head from the other people for them.
You guys are trying to convince these 2 noble houses that you are 2 separate thieves groups so that they can't do without. Otherwise, they'll end up losing out on this
Okay.
constant back and forth.
And then Barrack's group is gonna steal the red dragon head from them that we just put back there while we take the green dragon head.
Yeah, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to steal this dragon head from our thing again and then put him back. It'll be the same job over.
Well, actually, Barrack said we should go to their house
Why would
this
we
time
do that?
because if we get caught stealing from the people who employed us, it'll be bad.
I guess we could do that, yeah.
And of course, like nothing's ever gone wrong where we get caught in a job.
Okay, yeah. I guess I just hang
Never.
out, wait for someone to come and drop off a message
All right, where would you like to wait?
in our rooms.
Okay. You guys hang about in your room. Now, you haven't left any way.
Maybe we
from
should wait in
room.
the
You didn't talk to the
lobby.
or anything about passing messages on to you. So yeah, either wait in the lobby or set something up with the innkeeper so they know where to direct people.
All right. Dre.
Who? I'm so
Ham.
funny.
His name's Ham.
Right now it's Dre. It's only Ham when we're out on missions.
Fine.
Like, do you guys understand the point of these names?
Nope.
They're fun.
Okay. Why do we use the names?
They're
To
silly and
challenge
they
ourselves.
Let me give you an example. Let's say that you live with Soleil. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and you and Dre live with Soleil.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. And people knew that your name was Kena, and they knew that you lived with Soleil at that address.
Okay.
Okay. And let's say you went and stole something from somebody who was a bad man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And he was a bad man and it was fine and we stole from him. But
Sure.
let's say he found out somehow that you had done it. And now
Okay.
he knows your name, Kana, and he knows that you live with Soleil. And he goes and he burns the house down and kills Soleil.
That's not very nice.
No. But that's why we use fake names.
Seems like a logical extreme.
Shouldn't we call him Ham then? Because if people see us call him Evandrel, and then they see him robbing the place, they'll burn our house down.
So when we're around other people, we'll use our fake names. But when we're together, we can use our real names. Does that make sense?
Oh.
Do you get it? That's why I'm trying to get you to do these things, is so that when we're in public, that people don't come back and kill the people we love. It's called an alias.
Oh.
Do you get it now?
But you guys are the only people I love, and you're really tough.
Yeah, but sometimes we're
Aw.
not very tough when we're sleeping.
I think you guys are tough all the time.
Thank you. But 6 guys with hammers in the middle of the night would spell otherwise.
Do you
What?
think they spell good?
No, they probably spell bad, but they swing hammers real good and break my bones.
No, you guys are tough.
So that's
Yeah.
why I think we need to use our other
You don't
names.
need your bones. You're a wizard.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Dre, go talk to the front desk and tell them to send people up to our room.
Fine.
Cool. Sorry, I'm so
Sorry. Wait. What am I supposed to tell them? Hey, if you get someone asking for the thieves, please send them up.
I was picturing you being like, just send people up to our room, and they're like, hey, can I get a room? I'm like, maybe. Go talk to the guys up in room.
No, but I mean, I gave them my jack of clubs. I'm like, if somebody comes in asking for the jack of clubs, just send them up to our room, or come get us. Actually,
All right.
All right.
All right.
As
I'm gonna head down.
head down, Alex walking down the rickety steps of the small inn. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Uh oh.
yep,
Uh oh. Uh oh.
Persap,
What's that?
roll
That's a
it,
10.
Chione.
From above you, swinging down, is the lamplight. You walk into the tavern, take a glance around, and it's at this hour in the morning, empty. Like just there's 2 people who've got their bags beside them who are eating like a hurried breakfast before getting on the road. And then there's one other man in the corner. He's got a kind of fine black cloak thrown over his head and just sitting behind the table. And then at the front table is the tavern keeper. Looks like a older man just standing there wiping down the table, and you can hear the clatter of dishes in the kitchen.
Hey,
Hello.
your lamp is swinging. You should get that checked out.
It's the draft. Windy today.
Okay. I just noticed it, so I thought I would point it out to you. I'm pretty good at noticing things.
Well, kitchen smokes up if we don't keep the window open,
Yeah,
so unless there's
yeah.
a storm, we'll have to deal with it.
Speaking of noticing things, if you notice anyone come in asking for the jack of clubs, point them our direction.
He, like, kind of bends over. Should I be worried, son?
No.
You're not going to bring trouble here, are you?
No, of course not.
All right. What room are you in?
I gave him our room name.
All right. Well,
I'm gonna
send them.
shake his hand. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Nice to meet you as well. Gregory.
I am Vic Coet.
You got a short version of that?
Call me V.
You're Josh and me, aren't you, son?
No, that's my name.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, have a good one. I'm gonna turn around and I head back upstairs.
Head back up the steps. Gives you a kind
This
of
name has 4 Ks in it.
Gives you a searching look as you go up, but you just feel it kind of boring into your back. Make me another perception check.
Okay. Okay.
Percept.
It's a 9.
All right. You head up the
Lamp is
stairs.
still swinging.
Yeah, indeed. You head up the stairs and arrive outside your room, and you can go on in and let your brother know that it's done.
Knock, knock, knock.
Come in.
You're not gonna ask who I am?
I can smell you from here.
Ugh, you're no fun. No, I'll just go into the room.
Open the door. Make me another perception check.
Oh no. Every time.
Make one at this point.
No, not at all.
The 16.
All right. As you almost tumble backwards as Kana jumps out from behind the door. Bo!
You got him.
Ah!
High five.
Gives you a high five. Got you.
I always know where you are. I was playing along.
Then why'd you scream like a girl?
Well, sometimes it'll throw your enemy off guard.
It didn't throw me off guard.
I have to work on it then.
The only thing it threw was you back against the wall,
I
clutching your
think
heart.
you're lying.
Oh really? What makes you think that?
Because sometimes when you say things, your eye twitches a little bit, and then they're not true.
It's like
That's
that's
good point.
that's quite the observation.
What does that mean?
You noticed something that isn't super noticeable.
Oh, I like watching birds, and they're not super noticeable. So
Exactly,
maybe
yeah.
that's how I do it.
My eyes are like birds.
Not really.
Well, watch this. They can flutter.
That's true.
Mhm.
Do you think if you did that fast enough, you would fly?
Want to try?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna stand there blinking, blinking as fast as we can.
Fast as you can, and you guys just sort of, until you stop and goes, my eyes hurt.
This would be a really good time for you to know fly, Dan.
Oh man, that'd be
That
so
would
good.
be so great.
Just pass it, like just
Oh my god!
Oh my god, it's working!
keep the
Oh,
route going.
Every time you cast fly at her, I think she has to blink really fast. It would be amazing. You guys hang around the room, waiting until you either get tired enough to rest again or till some word comes for you. And you guys would hear trumpets from outside the building. The trumpeting call that would normally belong to a squire or a messenger or a town crier or something like that with news, which is not a common sound.
No,
what is that?
probably someone from the mansion.
I'm gonna peek out the window.
All right. You glance out the window, and you would see doors and windows opening as people crane their heads out, turning all of them towards the center of town.
Okay.
Some people getting out of their houses and walking towards where the trumpeting is coming from the town circle, town square.
What do you think they want?
I'm not sure. I'm gonna snap Roscoe out onto the windowsill,
Okay.
and then well, I'll just snap him and I'll throw him out the window, and again we'll look around.
Sorry, I just imagined like a baseball pitch of this poor owl out the window.
He flies out, and you lean back as your vision and hearing vanish from you, and you're now looking through the senses of your owl. And you would look down upon the town square, and you would see there's quite a few people gathering, and there is some sort of winged creature, and you've met one of these before. There's a griffin in the center of the town, and astride its back on a saddle is a young man in resplendent silver armor, who is trumpeting now and again, and people are starting to gather around him and come out.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna just settle the bird down, and I'm gonna like fumble around for that. Pull out a piece of paper.
We're just
Get ready to write.
All right, as you like feeling around, trying to like find something, your brother just watches your hands like going out until you search out your paper.
I like grab one of them, hold it,
Hold what?
your
Your hand.
hand.
Oh, like, thank you. I'm going to write down what I hear. I put the paper on the table and
Oh,
pull out a pen and
I'll let your hand go. Go back to like peeking out the window.
If you have the window open, you would hear after a while, after he's trumpeted a few times and waited until it doesn't seem like there's people gathering anymore, the young man looking out and in a loud, clear voice that would just kind of faintly drift towards your guys' window. But through the owl's ears, you'd hear quite clearly, I am here to announce a state of emergency. A dragon has taken residence in the forest next to Camradel. Sorry, Alokran.
This guy doesn't know his cities at all. I say back to you guys.
In the forest next to Alokran. The city and the surroundings are now under watch by the king.
Grimes is watching the forest.
oh my god. That he is. That he is, Dre.
Fear not, adventurers are spreading out to provide defenses to the nearby farming villages and should be arriving shortly. Residents are cautioned to prepare provisions and any goods they may need, and to prepare any spaces underground that may be required. And the crowd would burst into a clamor of questions and noises as people are trying to shout over each other to ask some questions of this man astride the griffin, as he would raise his voice a couple times, just becoming lost in the murmur of voices until eventually he manages to quiet them enough. I understand that you have many questions. You may ask the representative of the half-cloaks being dispatched. Worry not, we are taking steps to defend Alokran and the surroundings. As with that, and in a hurry, he would kick his griffin and it would take off, just leaping over the heads of the crowd surrounding him and soar into the air. And you would watch through the owl's eyes as it glides through the air towards the next town.
A dragon?
What's a wait? I know what a dragon is.
They didn't mention what kind.
Uh,
Uh,
big. I think there's big dragons. That's one of them.
yeah. I
Uh,
still think we lie low and wait.
well, okay. I do have one concern. I have two concerns.
Okay.
One, more watch is spooky. Don't like there being more people around.
Okay.
Second concern, is carrying around dragon heads the best idea when there's a dragon?
Well, only if the dragon finds you, I suppose. And I feel like, um,
I just, you know,
I don't know. I'm not sure. I suppose it would depend if it was metallic or chromatic.
what?
And is that in your world, metallic?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
chromatic? Yeah. There's two. There's evil and good dragons.
Okay.
I can't remember.
I
Which
sort
one's
of
evil?
like sit down cross-legged in front of him. Okay.
Chromatic are the
Evil.
evil ones, and then metallic are the
So chromatic are typically evil type dragons,
Mm,
and metallic are good.
okay.
So if it was ahead of two chromatic dragons and it was a metallic dragon, they wouldn't care. But if they're worried about it, it's probably an evil dragon. I don't know. What colors were the ones that we had? The green and red, right?
yes.
What were those? Chromatic or metallic?
Metallic will be a metal color. Chromatic will be any other color.
Okay, so what were those ones?
So
The head.
so metallic dragons are like copper dragon, bronze dragon, gold. They're literally named after metal.
Okay, so what were colors were the ones we dealt with?
Green and red.
Okay, so they were chromatic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, no, the heads of the ones that we dealt with were evil dragons, chromatic. So
Maybe, I don't know. It feels weird to me to judge a book by its cover.
this is a different book. This is like Lich versus Paladin.
A what?
You would know that.
I do not read anything.
No, but you would have heard about the common things.
I know what a paladin is.
You would have heard about a Lich too.
Like male witches.
Undead. A paladin and an undead.
Okay, okay. Like a zombie.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think this changes our plans.
I think there could be a good zombie though.
A, a zombie. Okay, a zombie is an undead construct. It is given base tendencies and it acts
Mhm.
upon it can be given commands by someone. The commands could be evil or good, but a zombie by itself operates on it's just like an animal.
It's kind
It
of
moves
rude.
towards flesh. It's typically an evil thing.
Ugh.
Like it's usually not something that you want in your society.
I disagree. Well,
Okay.
sort of.
Well, next time we have a zombie, you can be its roommate.
Okay. Well, I already am one.
The zombie or the roommate?
It made sense in my head. Okay.
I'm just gonna raise an eyebrow. I'm like,
What?
are you right?
It's been a long couple days.
I think maybe you should have a nap.
Don't wanna.
Okay, then don't. But do something.
Fine. Don't tell me what to do. I'll take a nap if I want to take a nap.
Okay, you know what? Don't have a nap.
I'll
Absolutely
do it.
have a nap.
Oh, fine. And I hop into bed really angrily.
And in no way, shape, or form do you sleep at all.
Oh.
Probably about 3 hours later, there'd be a knock at your guys' door.
I'm gonna go look in the keyhole.
I stretch. Oh wow, that was such a great nap, having not slept at all. Just lie down in bed for 3 hours.
Who is it?
Peer through the keyhole, you see travel leathers on, and you hear, "It's Barrack. Let me in."
All right, I open up the door.
As he steps through and closes the door behind him, and he's got a bit of a worried look on his face.
You
and
shouldn't
runs
use
around.
your real name.
Who said Barrack's my real name?
He makes a point.
I mean, that's a good point. But like, since so many people know you as Barrick, it's basically your real name.
I'm assuming you both heard the news and that we can exit that conversation you started.
Yeah, they're both a dragon.
Fine.
I take it you guys talked to the Thieves Guild member downstairs.
No. What Thieves Guild
Who?
member?
The cloaked man in the corner. Been there since morning.
I would have noticed if there was a cloaked man in the corner. Okay,
No,
my
we
eyes are so sharp.
We didn't notice him.
Well, the guilds put out an announcement.
Mm-hmm.
We are to be the eyes and ears for the guild as long as we're out and about. Anything pertinent around this crisis, we're reporting back.
Okay.
Bit worried about our job with increased security and things going on back in Lochran.
Right.
Well, it doesn't have to happen immediately. We got our name there.
Yes, well, I left Scar and Lyra back there in case they contact us while I was here.
Mm-hmm. I fill him in on the mission. Or did we already do that yet?
You haven't talked to him since you guys
Oh.
put the other one there.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a. It was clean till the end.
Well, so plans go.
We had to end up knocking out 2 of them.
It's all right. A little bit of magic flash should add to the shock value.
Okay.
Yeah.
If there's any thieves out here who got spells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My thoughts are we keep on this job. Make some coin. When there's a lull, we'll head back to Alokrid and see how things are.
Okay. You're not worried at all about carrying around dragon heads.
If there's a dragon flying over this town and attacking it, we'll have bigger problems than the fact that we're the ones with dragon heads on us.
Okay.
Makes sense. So eyes and ears, keeping things. Okay. What exactly is the guild interested in?
Crisis like this, Guild is looking to make sure that our shining city doesn't get taken unawares.
Okay. All right. So maybe like an early warning system, and they can put the right information in the right ears.
If you have any information, there'll be a guild member in the tavern in every town for a few miles from Alokrid.
Okay.
Pass
So
it to them, they'll get it to the city.
if we see anything about a dragon.
Indeed. Anything pertinent or of value.
Okay. Makes sense. Do you know what type of
Yep.
dragon?
I haven't been contacted yet, but I imagine I'll know soon.
Okay. Awesome. Do you have a way of contacting us?
In an emergency, I could use my sending scroll. Other than that,
It's
horseback.
expensive. Yeah, horseback.
We're at the only tavern in Bamber, so we're not hard to find.
Well, I'm going to look into when we get back to a locker, and I'm going to look into some magic to help with that.
That'll be handy. Very well. Thought I'd check in and make sure you weren't too panicking and abandoning the job.
Oh.
Well,
If I was able to find some type of magic or means to make it so that the group could communicate, would we all be interested in maybe chipping in so we can get that spell working?
it's a reasonable price, certainly.
Okay. Well, when with 5, 6 people, it shouldn't be that bad. Just an idea.
Nerd.
And then I was also looking into something. I think I can figure ways that we can communicate without speaking as a group. So I'm gonna look into that too. But I have to.
I thieves can't like this.
Yeah, it doesn't work when you're invisible.
I do it all the time.
Yeah.
Haven't you noticed?
I'll leave you two to that
Okay.
conversation as he sweeps out the door. And as he opens it, you see him shut it quickly and turn and finger to his lips as he draws back over towards one of the beds and lays down and slips underneath it.
No. Okay.
As you guys hear a moment later, a knock at the door.
Hello.
Hello.
Have a missive.
All right. Door.
You open it to see not a half cloak, but a man dressed in armor.
I like my hood pulled down, all like Aragon from Fellowship of the Ring style.
Okay, you got your
Hello.
scribe going as he holds out a document with a red ribbon around it.
Yes.
From Lord Herd.
Thank you. Is there any other words he wishes to pass on?
Well, I'm here to escort you to the mansion.
Okay. Thank you.
Wow.
I'm going to look at the missive.
Okay, you untie the ribbon and roll it open. And it basically just says, cordial invitation to the Jacks to meet me at my manor to discuss the previous evening.
Okay. All right.
Very well.
Give us a minute to clean up.
Nods a bit and steps
Shut
back
the
from
door.
the doorway.
I'm gonna go over to whisper to Kana. stay here, Kina.
Why?
Just in case the men that you know. I'm going to like do it in Thieves Can't.
All right.
She
knows limited thieves can't.
I'm going to write like whisper it in her ear.
Okay.
Thing.
Yeah.
Just in case the men that you knocked out are awake.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Because we're going to the place where we just knocked them out and they might recognize her.
Yeah, but they know we did something. We literally said we did it. We're supposed to be those people.
Okay, whatever.
Don't mind us.
Yeah, I get to come.
Okay, sure.
But
But
and
I
just
just
on
like
her cloak.
in the future I like pull out the bandanas. I'm like, in the future we cover our faces when we're on jobs.
This look kind of itchy.
I don't care. Cover your face.
No one cares about my
And
comfort.
They're like good cloth. They're not like wool.
Okay, if you say so.
Just sheepskin over your face.
Yeah.
As you guys get your cloaks on and step out and find the armored individual there,
Follow them.
takes you guys down the stairs and up the familiar path towards the manor.
I'll send a message to Roscoe to follow us above.
Okay. He's following you guys from above as he leads you guys to the front gate. Stops and looks over at the man behind the door, who heads over and lifts the latch and opens it for you guys, and leads you into the manor and in through the front door, which you guys have been through before. And once he gets you there, you would see the same lady you talked to last time. Oh. She's just like very shocked as she sees you guys walk in, and so you're just staring at you guys.
I was gonna whisper, I'm like, going to give us a full tour this time.
If you'll follow after me, as she leads you guys back into the sitting room. Please make yourselves comfortable. The Lord of the Manor is busy, and I'll be taking you up to see him.
We are here. There we go.
She turns and walks towards the door and then pauses mid-step. Can I get you any sort of refreshments or anything while you wait?
Tea would be good.
Of course. You'll notice on the shelves behind the couch I have some food prepared. I'll be right with some tea. As she walks out the door and closes it a little sharply, and your guys' elven ears would pick up as she kicks a piece of wood, and you hear it, damn! She walks away, and you guys are left alone in the room.
Damn.
I'm gonna go over to the chessboard, or whatever game this is set up here. I'm gonna start moving the pieces around randomly, just like fiddling with it.
Just placing pieces kind of haphazardly. A little while later, she walks in and she's got a tray with some tea on it.
I turn around to like block, and then I have my mage hand moving pieces around behind me.
Roll me an ability check with your magic.
Okay. That is one of these. That is an 18.
18. All right, it manages to do it silently without alerting anybody. As she comes in and sets the tray down, and there's a piping hot pot of tea on it and a couple of cups. I hope that green tea will suffice.
Green tea's good, thank you.
Very well.
What would you recommend with green tea from your selection of food?
Oh, well, the salami probably won't go well with it, but the cheese and crackers should be fine.
Thank you. I'll go get some.
All right. You grab a couple of snacks as she excuses herself to the edge of the room and just stands waiting. A little while later, the door creaks open and she nods and whispers something back as it closes. If you'll please follow me. And she will take you guys upstairs to the second floor. Yeah, she'll take you guys up the stairs at the top here. And then into the large hallway you guys glanced into briefly, and you would see the rest of it, the other portion of it where it bumps out, and there's a chandelier hanging down and a suit of armor standing beside it, and that was the wrong thing. Revealed more than I meant to.
Now we know the secrets of the world.
No, it wasn't a problem.
We know.
All right, guys, new campaign. I fucked up.
All right, later.
Right. Clicking button works. As she will lead you guys into the office you guys broke into the evening prior and went through right beside the storage hall that had the cabinet in it. And in there, you would find a man sitting, not sitting, standing, staring out the window with his hands against the shelves behind him, just looking out as you guys get led into the room. I don't think Kana would be at the front. Led into the room, and he turns and glances over towards you guys, and you guys would see a. Where's my description for him?
I nudged Dre forward.
You guys would see a human man, kind of late in his life, probably somewhere in his 50s. He's got kind of the not so handsome features of an old noble family, a couple of crease lines running through his face, a few around the edge of his mouth, but not very many. He's dressed in fine black overvest with a blue shirt underneath, and walks over to his desk and pulls his chair out and sits down. Please, come sit. There's only one other chair in the room, which you'd have to pull up to the desk. Oh,
That's all right.
pardon. I haven't prepared ample space.
That's fine. I can stand.
I'm Gillian Hurd.
We've heard. I had to sort of elbow my brother a little bit. Sorry.
Pleased to meet you, Gilligan.
Gillian.
Oh, Gillian. Oh, sorry. I heard Gilligan.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. Pleased to meet you, Gillian.
Indeed. So you are the ones who delivered my missing dragon head.
Yes.
You wouldn't happen to know where went the one that was in its place.
I
No.
have an idea.
Laces his fingers through them and puts his elbows on the desk. Go on.
Well, I mean, we heard about your rivalry with the Perwalds.
Yes, those upstarts.
I only assume that's where it scampered off to. It's where we
I'm
got
assuming it was stolen by
the
another
one we
group.
found from.
I'm quite surprised you made it past the dogs.
We have our ways.
Well, I'm good with animals.
How did you get in?
If I give you my secrets, they wouldn't be worth any money, would they?
So it is about money then.
Well, isn't everything about fame or something like that? You know, everything
I
has
mean,
a
for
monetary
us, it's
value.
about money.
It's different to each person.
For you, I assume it's about something more.
Quite observant as he reaches over and grabs a decanter off the desk and pours 4 glasses with the whiskey from inside and picks up a glass and motions to it.
I'll pick up a glass and smell it and wait for him to drink.
Swirl it a little bit.
Holds it kind of ready next to him. I wish to be clear. I don't hire thieves.
We're not thieves.
Good. What I'm interested in, though, is in the return and the protection of my property.
Mm. We do specialize in that.
As he takes a sip from the glass,
Mhm.
sets it in front of him. I've heard of the jacks before.
Mhm.
What's your rate?
Would we have been given any information from Barrick about this?
No.
Would we like with going through our training or anything? Would we have heard of anything that's like reasonable?
I mean, you can kind of work backwards with the cost table.
Well, I don't care about the cost table. I care about like what the jobs are.
Yeah,
So I don't want to work.
Well, the
off
cost table is just like a place as a baseline to.
yeah, it's a place to start.
It's like what the averages are.
Yeah, yeah. Sure.
What we would know to base our rate off of.
So 60 gold a month for one person who's a comfortable life, which is just below wealthy.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is a
So
whole different
you
thing.
guys are right, but you guys are doing a
Are
senior.
we being like hired full time?
We're protecting a noble whose
Yeah.
prized possession.
I'm not telling you how much to ask for. I'm giving you guys a
Okay.
baseline, and I'm
Okay.
still expecting you to come up with what you're asking
60
Okay.
gold a month.
So
Ridiculous.
what I want to ask him is are you hiring us full time then as your retainers or as a one-time job?
Well, a one-time job won't do. I would require your services to be available for me when my property goes missing, and for you to be available to increase the defenses of my property. I
Okay.
would need to know your rate for a job, and then perhaps we could work out some retainer for your ongoing advisory services.
Hmm. Very
Okay.
well.
Okay, so procurement of the item when it's stolen. So that'd be the one-time job fee. Typically we'd run about 500 gold per person,
And how many persons?
the three of us.
1,500 gold for a job?
Well, to get back, yeah, that's about the going rate. I'm going off that we got paid $1,000 for our last job.
Yeah. He looks at you and picks up his glass and takes another sip and seems to kind of contemplate the whiskey before setting it down. Very well. 1,500 gold a job.
And why don't we do it like this? Why don't what is a number that you'd feel comfortable as like a consultation fee to have us, look at your property and maybe you could keep us on as a retainer and we'll do our thing and then as you would need something you could call us and we could give you some advice or whatever.
I pay my guards 40 gold a month.
Okay.
For a retainer who will not actively be guarding my property, but one whom I wish to elicit their best ideas in the defense of my property. Let's say, for the assistance of all three of you, 100 gold a month. And should my property go missing during that month, your retainer is forfeit for that month.
Sure.
Very well.
Now, which of the dragon heads do you repair? I'm assuming there's another one. I haven't seen it.
I
Another trophy of
own
some sort.
2 trophies from my family's past. One of a green dragon and an older one of a red dragon.
Well, we know about the red one. Sure. So the green one is
We assumed to find it here. It wasn't at their home when we took the red dragon head.
How unfortunate. Well, it isn't here. In fact, it went missing last night, along with the appearance of my red dragon head.
Okay.
Hmm.
So if we can get this green dragon head for you. What's the full collection worth?
Well, if you can fetch me my green dragon head, then our, I'm assuming, agreed upon, although we have not shooken,
1500.
1,500 gold.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. I guess we should start by taking a look at your defenses.
Very well. You shall have the run of the house, and my housekeeper shall explain to you the defenses.
Okay.
Very well.
All right.
I suppose a handshake is in order as he reaches his hand up.
I shake his hand.
Okay. He has a firm enough grip, but you can tell by the hand there's no calluses from work or anything like that. He is certainly a noble and has been since birth.
Okay.
I'm just going to write down the agreement.
And with this, it is bathed in blood.
I'm gonna whisper to to Dre. We may have to spend some money.
Mm,
On spells.
Right. As he shakes your hand, finish your whiskey then, I suppose, and raises his and downs the rest of his glass.
I drink it with
Puts
him.
it over to the edge of the desk.
I'll drink it and set it down.
All right. As Kena grabs hers, see her take a sip and kind of, and just like knock it back. Puts it down. Got a little grin on her face.
All right.
He nods towards the door, and as you guys head out, you would find the same lady standing there.
Hello.
Hello.
I believe we
have a tour in order?
are coworkers.
Oh, so he's hired you on them?
Yes.
In, but perhaps give me a moment as she steps in the door and closes
You what?
in the
I'm listening.
main hall. She would lead you guys. There's like an airlock between the.
Oh,
areas
I'm
she
listening
lets
to see
you
what she
guys in.
says with the tops.
Make me a perception check because you guys are 2 walls away from there.
Okay. Is mine +4, Alex?
Yep.
Oh, that's only 10.
All right. You would just hear muffled voices through the thick wood walls.
One day we can roll a.
Something above a 10.
Yeah, exactly.
I am looking longfully towards his bedroom door.
Longing stare, like.
I step on his toe as I walk by. Long term.
As she steps back out and kind of straightens her her doublet out a little bit, she looks around. I am to show you the defenses.
Mm-hmm.
Where to start? Well, things change during the evening. As you see them now are pretty much how they stand. The doors, well, only some of the doors are kept locked. We, of course, keep the door to the showing room locked and the adjacent doors. And the doors to the bedrooms are locked as well as the main floor outside doors. The windows have been rusted shut as they were providing too easy of an access, so now one has to break them in order to get in, which has deterred anybody from doing that. During the
Smart.
evening, one of the outside guards is rotated in. We have a guard shift 3 times a day. We've also been hiring a wizard to come by 3 or 4 times a day to alarm both of the main floor doors during the evening.
Front and back.
During the day. All of the main floor doors, yes.
Okay.
So he's been kept on retainer to do that. He should be by in a few hours. And then, of course, the windows to the showing room on the second floor are locked. That suit of armor over there, she points to the one up on this floor with you guys. We have one of the guards hide inside that during the evening, so that if anybody goes by, they'll hopefully mistake him for a suit of armor and he can raise an alarm. And then we've been spreading gravel out on the hallway here during the evenings and keeping a guard posted here, as you see, as she points over to the guard leaning against the wall in the hallway. The gravel keeps anyone from sneaking through. And then, of course, we purchased some dogs that are brought in from the kennels during the evening and roam the main floor.
And this is all on the main floor.
No, the gravel and the knight, like the guy in the suit of armor,
Yes.
are on the second floor. The dogs and the rusted windows are on the first floor.
Okay.
Impressive.
Okay. All right. I'm going to talk to. Does arcane lock require? What is it? What does arcane lock require?
It's a second level spell, I believe.
Yes, but what does it require?
Material wise.
Yes.
Let me look at
30.
Gold dust with at least 25 gold.
Okay. I have some magic that I can add to your defenses. I would just need the staff of the house to be around, and I'm wondering if if the master here, I'm willing to cast that if he's willing to compensate.
Oh, what is the cost?
Be 20. I need gold dust worth 25. 25 gold pieces worth of gold dust per spell.
5 gold, and what does the spell do?
It's a magical lock. I'll cast one for free, and I'll show you. So I'm gonna go to the front door.
Okay.
And
head over to the front door.
I'm gonna. How much do I have for dust?
You have in your equipment bag 140 gold.
I'm gonna tell her. I'm like, can you summon the people that need to be able to come in and through the doors?
I can call the ones who are currently working, but we have 3 shifts of guards, as well as a couple of extras as well. A few staff for events. It would take some planning to get everyone here.
Okay, well, who is your most? So the spell, basically, I can set the spell to recognize some people, and then I can give you a passcode for the other people.
Very well.
Who is the most important people that it should recognize?
Well, Gillian, and myself, I suppose.
Okay. Anyone else? Maybe a head guard or?
That position is currently vacant.
After last night?
No, it's been vacant for a few weeks now.
Okay. Well, we'll start with you and Gillian. Do you mind asking him to come down?
I can add it to his schedule later this afternoon to come down.
Okay.
He's currently occupied.
We'll wait till the evening then to deal with that.
Very well. You should be able to bring him down around 2.
Okay. Could you show us the second level defenses and any of the maybe outside defenses?
She did them all in one go. She did first and second level.
Okay.
First level has the dogs, and they bring a guard in. The second level has the gravel spread out in the main walking area, and then a guard inside one of the suits of armor that's normally decorative.
Okay. All right.
Right. So 25 gold per door. We would want all of the outside-facing doors. So that's 3 doors. Probably the one to the showing room as well. So 4 doors, 100 gold.
100 gold would work.
That's within what I'm allowed to spend on expenses.
Yeah. Well, and then we'll see how happy he is with it, and then we can go from there.
Very well. Well, that would be a useful. And what does it do? It just.
I'm gonna. Well, I'll show you in the evening.
Very well.
I'll cast one for free so you can see how it works.
Very well, then. All right.
And then if you like it, then you can purchase it, kind of thing.
Well, that sounds fine.
Okay.
All right.
We'll start working on the other stuff. Just and then whatever time we'll meet up with him.
All right. Well, I'll fetch him around 2 o'clock as she pulls a notebook from underneath her doublet and starts scratching a note into it further down the page.
Okay.
Anything else? We also have attached bars to all of the doors on the main floor, so that it requires more than just picking the locks to get in. It requires a guard on the inside to unbar the door to let you in for the outside doors.
It's good. All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Of course. Do you have any ideas then? Or...
Oh yeah, we're gonna go take a look around and inspect it, and then we'll put together a list of things that we can show you guys in the evening.
Very well. Then I'll have David follow you about. Give me a moment as she heads out the front door and goes, David! David, if you could rotate off to inside, please. I'll just have you escort these gentlemen about. They are the new advisors for the defense of the mansion and will be doing their inspection. So let them in anywhere they wish to go, except the bedrooms, of course.
Dan, when you drum your hands like that, it comes through like really loud.
Sorry. But I was like, well, if I would break through the bedrooms.
Right, not the master bedroom then, at least.
You mean the one with the balcony on the second floor?
Yes.
That's very easy to climb.
Is it?
Ma'am, how about you just let me do my job?
Well, I'll speak with Master Herd when I get a chance, but until then, I'll have to insist that you stay out of the master bedroom.
Sure.
Very well.
Right. Howdy, David. Pleased to meet you.
Nice. Nice to meet you, David.
He looks over at her and waits till she walks off a bit. He's a lot that broke in.
Maybe.
We're the consultants who are protecting it.
Take that as a yes.
I'm the Jack of Hearts. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure. David the Bullet, they call me.
Is that because you're fast?
I win the foot races.
What's a bullet?
You never shot a slingshot before?
No.
Oh, you call the little metal pellets you get, you call them bullets.
Oh, it's interesting. I never knew that.
Yeah, I used to fiddle with them as a kid, but anyways. I'm not quite as fast as a slingshot goes, but I win most of the foot races around town.
Wow.
Ray says he got walloped pretty good by one of you. Good on you, he's a right cock.
Well, out of character, can we like plan?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
He's just following you guys around and
Okay.
chatting with you. Seems like a friendly.
Like, so I'm like talking, but in Thieves can't anything I don't want him to hear. I'm saying to Alex, to Dre. So, okay, what are you thinking?
I'm just going to reveal the rest of the house to you guys. So yeah, there's a lower office on the main floor. There's the bathroom back there by the other side of the stairs. There's the kitchen and the kitchen pantry that they have to come all the way around to get to. And that's the main floor buildings you guys haven't seen. And then there's a guest bedroom beside the sitting room. Beside the viewing room, and it's got a closet in it. And then this is the other larger guest bedroom, and all of the closet space therein. And this lady belongs in the other house. There we go. And then there is another guest bedroom. Each of the guest bedrooms have a fireplace in them as well. And then you guys have been in here. You guys wouldn't be allowed in the office at the moment, but there is the second floor for you.
Okay. The storage room, or like which windows on the second floor are big enough for the dragon?
You could get it through. So one of the guest bedrooms has a bump out
Okay.
on the northeast corner of the building with larger
That's
windows.
near the front.
No, that's the back corner of the building.
Okay.
And
Like
then
the opposite corner of the building from the room it needs to be in.
yeah, and then the one you guys went through are the only ones on the second floor that it would fit through normally.
And
Oh,
there's
sorry, and the other cupboard room on the other side. So there's like the storage space you guys went through, and then there's his office that you were just in, and then on the other side of that, next to his bedroom, is another storage space that is a large enough window as well. And those are the only ones on the second floor.
Okay.
I would say I like the arcane lock idea because we can, and I'm signing this, because we can let certain other people walk right through them.
Exactly. So my idea, this is out of character, and like we're having a conversation
Oh
that
yeah,
they don't
yeah.
understand. So
No, you guys
okay.
have a method to communicate that they can understand if you
Okay.
need to. So we'll just assume.
So I'm basically gonna set it so that Gillian, her, me, you, Kana, Barrick, Lyra, and
Scar?
Scar.
Scar can get in. I'll give them their passcode, so then they can let their other people in with whatever passcode they want. Even we're probably not going to break it on the first floor because of all the bars. So it looks good for us. It's also going to make it really difficult for other people to break in, and they're going to pay for it. So it's no cost, right?
Yeah, we're fine. Just like forfeiting the 100 gold whenever.
Yeah. So that northeast guest bedroom, and there's a guest. It doesn't look like it's been used in a while.
No, it's been a bit.
Okay, and it has a big enough window, and that window's at the back.
Yeah, it's got two big enough windows, and then it's got.
You do have to come through the main hallway that has the knight and the guard in it.
No, we don't want to. We don't want to do that. There
Yeah.
was that storage room that had a big enough window.
Yeah.
We didn't have to go through
So that one, to get from there to the dragon room, you need to go through the little tiny hallway
Yeah.
into his office or into the main like hallway.
Yeah, we just go through the office. I think, and is that storage room window on like a side of the house that's not used all the time?
It's on the front of the house.
Yeah,
Oh.
it actually would be harder to get into because there's no bump out platform right next to it. And they're on opposite sides of the main door.
Okay, so what's the best way in, do you think?
I think the way we took it's like right next to the thing, and we should just pretend like it's not as great as it is.
Okay,
You could arcane lock it.
if they're willing to pay for it.
hmm
Or you let me burn some arcane locks on how many windows are on the upper floor that
4 that are large enough.
okay, I could do the same thing. I could arcane lock all the upper windows. Also, like if we can talk to Barrick and he's willing to put off the heist long enough, if we have time to go back to a Lochran or to what's the nearest place that would have magic?
Alokran is the nearest large city.
How far is that?
Less than a day's ride.
Okay, if we have time to go back to a Lochran, I have a spell that I can buy that's going to make this so much easier.
Okay.
Enlarge reduce.
Make it a little baby dragon head.
Yeah, something that could fit in a coat pocket.
Or you can make it a really big dragon head.
Yeah. So that would be something I'd spend some money on.
Okay.
Even if they're not willing, I could spend my money on the main windows upstairs. We'd have to. We'll talk to them. We'll see what they think of the downstairs.
Yeah. Well, enlarge reduce helps us get their dragon head.
It makes it much easier to get in and out, and it makes it much easier to sneak. We don't, you know what I mean?
It definitely wouldn't be a coat pocket. It halves the size, and the thing's wider than your chest.
And now fits in a backpack.
Yes, not a coat pocket.
Would it fit in a
Yeah.
bag of holding?
Sure, but
Yeah, you could probably slip it in the bag of holding at that point.
How does
Yeah.
that? Okay, thought experiment. And reduce dragon head. Dragon head in bag of holding. Concentration wears off on enlarge reduce. How does one get the now big dragon head out of the bag of holding?
Well, look up the spell. What's the concentration?
I think it's like a minute.
Lasts a minute.
Does this just stay small in the bag of holding until right after you take it out?
We wouldn't put it in the bag of holding.
I'm just curious for my
No,
own
it
brain.
would go big, and then it would either break it or something. I don't know.
Would it just get stuck?
Probably not
That's-
worth thinking
That
about.
seems really funny to me. It's in here.
Okay, so we go in the same way. So the other thing I'm thinking is yeah, we don't worry too much about the upstairs. We get them to arcane lock them. That way, the mundane levers are nothing. If you have your mage hand, you can just unlever
Unlever the lever.
yeah.
But
I'm gonna
they need to get in,
what?
right? The three of them need to get in, not us, because they
Why
need to
do they
get the
need to
red
get in?
dragon in.
They can just give us the.
No, right? Because the plan is for us to actually go to the other houses.
Okay, so we're gonna protect their house. We're gonna leave. Like we go back to a Lochran or something.
Mhm.
They're gonna come and rob them. They think we're gone. They're gonna call us back and tell us to come get the dragon heads, Isaac. That's kind of what I'm.
That's what you guys are hoping for, yeah.
Okay.
Or I thought they were gonna send us to go get their dragon head, while the other people send the other group to come get this dragon head, and we'll swap. And we'll bring back the green dragon head, and they'll bring back the red dragon head, and then they'll hire us again to go get
I
the
think
other
it's
dragon
better if
heads
we. I think it's
forever.
better if we don't get caught breaking into our own place anymore.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, we would actually go to the other house, and they would actually come to this house.
Okay, so then I'm thinking what we could do is we could rig the lock upstairs there. Basically, what I'm thinking is we could rig it so that it locks like normal.
Yeah.
But if someone placed a small magnet on the outside panel of the window, it would also click the cylinder over. So that makes it a super easy way to just you click a magnet onto the window,
Is
and
that
it bypasses the
is that
lock.
an easy thing to do?
No,
you can
would need a complete different. It's not like it's a latch with a lock on it. You would need to make a lock that's built to be pulled electromagnetically for that to work.
pulled magnetically.
Yes, but any lock like that is going to be electromagnetic because otherwise the magnet's always on. You never want a lock that you need to touch a magnet to for. You want something that you power so that the electromagnet goes on so that it pulls the cylinder so you can open the lock. So
you're missing my point. So you have, like, for example, you have a door that opens and closes with a safe. They have a solenoid. It's placed at a 45-degree angle instead of a 90-degree angle incorrectly. You don't have to activate anything. You can put a magnet on the side and it pulls the solenoid. It clicks. It activates the solenoid.
But I'm saying that's for something that's built to have an electric.
Sure, I could do that. Like, we could get that to happen.
You would need to completely replace the lock on the window.
Sure, it's not that complicated. It's not a complicated lock.
It's a futuristic lock for this day and age.
Okay, we'll rig it in a way that you can open from the outside easily.
We don't necessarily. There are 3 windows that a person could fit through, that are all accessible from the little bump up here.
Yeah.
At the front of the house. So if one person could get into any of them, they can open that window from the inside, and then the latch doesn't stop anything. So we could focus on rigging a different window. And
Okay, which one
that,
do you rig? The storage room? Like, they have to be able to get in.
Yeah, well, there are 2 windows in the dragon room that a dragon head won't fit through, but a person will.
Okay, so the small window, we'll rig the small window, but how did we open it before?
I think it was just open.
Okay, but what if they lock it? That ruins the whole plan.
That's true. I don't know, and that's like if you offer to arcane lock it, then they don't have to lock it, thinking it's
But then when
safe,
somebody
but actually
breaks
they
in,
can just walk through it.
but then when
So the only window that actually has a proper like lock on it that requires a key is the large one to the storage room.
Yeah.
All of the rest of them they don't have locked currently, but if they did, they would have to physically like bar it with something.
okay,
So how about we just don't bring up those windows ever?
okay, they have to be. You can open that window for a reason. The other group can't.
Hmm. Well, I mean, just a suction cup will pull the window back open.
What do you mean a suction cup?
Because they aren't actually forced closed unless they're barred, and they aren't barred right now.
No, but you're missing what I'm saying. If they lock the inside latch, how
There,
do they open it
there
without
is
breaking
there
the
is
window?
no latch for the
Is
small
there a latch
windows.
on the window?
Only on the one window. The
Oh,
rest
so
don't.
the rest just slide.
Yeah,
Okay,
which they could block with a piece of wood, but they
so
haven't.
we're not going to arcane lock the second floor,
Okay.
but we'll do the first floor.
Yeah. Yeah. The strength of arcane lock is that they can get through without our employers knowing they can get through.
Yeah, but it's also a thing to make them feel like we're good,
Hmm.
right? And then if we have enlarge reduce, it gets extremely easy.
See, like we could offer to arcane lock these small windows instead of them having to bar them. They go, sweet, the small windows are safe. When really, anyone on our counterpart team could just walk through them.
Okay, but once again, if they come through and we do arcane lock the windows and then they break in, the entire efficacy of arcane lock is gone.
Well, they don't know where they broke in from. It becomes a mystery.
We'll figure it out. We'll go from there.
Yeah.
We'll talk to them and we'll just kind of go from there.
All right.
What's the easiest way to get through the fence on the outside, Isaac?
Um,
Just vault over
leaving
it
off
like we have
the
been.
side of the building's roof. It's still a difficult leap, but that's probably the easiest. Vaulting over it, as you guys have discovered, is dangerous. So, yeah, jumping off the roof still difficult, but definitely the easiest to get out. To get in, there's not really an easy way unless you can get through the gate, but it's an effective deterrent.
Okay.
Um, that being said, well, no, you guys, yeah. So
I think what we do is maybe we just bring a ladder.
Or we tell them to bring a ladder?
No, we bring a ladder and we get Kana to stay on the outside.
again, you're not robbing this house.
Sure, we'll tell them to. You know what? They'll figure it out. I'm not worried about them.
Hmm. We just have to make it look like we're making it hard on them without actually doing anything that makes it hard on them. We want
So
it
the
to
first,
be easy as possible for them to rob this house.
well, and this is the window that's easy to do it, right? It
Yeah.
literally just slides open.
Yeah. So as long as we don't say anything. And if they bring it up, we can arcane lock it and include the people we want to be able to open it anyways.
Yeah.
And then hopefully they're doing the same thing at the other house and making it easier for us to get in.
Okay. So we're gonna look around and like do, like just like basic stuff like, oh yeah, you should put this here, or little things like that would make it more secure. That would make it like we're doing things that would make it like hard for low level people to get in. Like it would have to be professionals.
Okay, they've already done like most of, unless you can think of something else.
Sure, we are. Whatever we're telling them like things.
I'm saying like they've gone over and done what they can think of. So if you think of something else, you can tell them that. Other than that, like somebody's already gone through multiple times and been like, how can we make this harder for people to get into? So you would have to actually think of something
Hmm.
to give it as advice.
Okay, I do sneak the thieves to like the lock picks into the fireplace again.
Make me a sleight of hand.
Alright, because we have a guard with us.
Yep.
Well, I'm like looking in the fireplace. I go up in there and I stand up, looking in there. Like my body's like, up. I'm like up in it. He can't see my arms.
Still need you to make me a sleight of hand.
Okay.
Because you're gonna have to get them out of where you usually keep them, so that you can get up in there with them and not have to be reaching for your pockets. Do you want me to roll you a d20?
No, I got it.
Okay.
What's my sleight of hand?
It is a 3.
Okay, that's a 22. I rolled a 19.
Wow.
Okay. You wait till he's looking the other way, and you palm one of your lockpicks, and then as you go, you stand up in it and just shove it into the crack there.
Yeah,
You'll need to
same
replace
place.
that lockpick for your Thieves' Tools kit.
Sure. Well, we would have replacements because they break.
No, when they break, you need to buy a new one.
You would have multiple lockpicks in your Thieves' Tools
Yeah, but
kit.
there's special types of lockpicks for different types of
If you
locks
leave
and
your
things.
toolkit pieces around, you need to replace them to have the full benefit of your Thieves' Toolkit.
Okay. Anyways, it's in the place that Alex knows it.
Yeah, you guys both know that. You got it shoved up there.
Can you think of anything, Alex?
Not really. It's tricky because we're not actually trying to make this place more secure.
No, I ask him, where do they usually break in? Like, where have you guys found them broken in before?
Oh, well, ever since we alarmed the doors, blocked the windows, there's a couple of the braver lads who would manage to get through, break a window and run in. But they do a lot of prep, to try to make it quiet like on the windows.
Okay.
And then shatter them real quiet and get in. But dogs fix that. They smell them before they can get in.
Okay.
So they haven't been back since the dogs have been around. Well,
Yeah.
till you folks, I suppose.
All right. So we go and I'm like, this will definitely help. And then I wonder if there's anything else I can do.
I also take note of all of the defenses they have in place to communicate to Barrack later.
Okay. Take a look around at all the bars on the windows and such things.
I mean, like, it's pretty easy to because they like actually just told us. But I'm just saying I'm making a note to remember it because I don't know if I'll remember it. I sign and Thieves can't. I really want his sword.
Okay. Yeah, I can't think of, like, we go around and like look and yeah, the main thing would be like arcane locking stuff, and
Okay.
so we go meet with them in the evening.
Yeah, so around 2:00, she would bring him down and over towards you. So, some
Here,
magic then? You're
watch this.
preparing to cast?
I take out some of my own gold pieces and go to the front door,
Okay.
and I'm going to cast arcane lock on the front door.
You guys stand about the front door as you cast that there with
Mhm.
the two of them standing.
Oh,
and
I'm
watching.
gonna go ask, talk to Gillian. I'm like, what would you like your safe word to be? Like,
The password, right?
you could write it and pass it to me, and I'll burn it, and then you can give it to whom you will. But for now, I will make it so that you and who else would you want the door to recognize?
Just myself.
Just yourself, not your head maid?
No, just myself will do.
Okay, and then you can give your password to whoever.
So?
Because you're gonna want your guards to be able to get in and out.
Yes.
I'll demonstrate.
Is the password changeable?
I believe it's changeable.
No, you'd have to recast it.
I'd have to recast it, but it is changeable.
I suppose it costs each time.
Yes, 25 gold.
Very well.
And I'm doing it at cost. I'm not charging you an markup. So I'm gonna go over and take some of my own gold, cast it, and then I'm going to.
Password will be red double.
Red double. Okay. So I'm to add red double, and then in arcane like writing, so he wouldn't be able to read it, but I write in the names of him and me and Alex and Kana and Barrick and those people into the spell,
Okay.
so that the door will recognize all of us.
I still want a sleight of hand, but it's a pretty easy roll because I'm gonna have him roll Arcana, which is not.
Hang on, I studied.
Or a spell casting check, actually.
No, this is for you to keep it from him, and it's him trying to recognize it. But I gave him disadvantage.
Open dice X. Dice X.
6, baby.
Okay, that's a 17.
17. All right. As you do that and glance furtively back at him, and doesn't seem to have noticed anything. There's no anger or anything like that in his eye.
I'm gonna ask the lady, and I'm gonna check it, and he'll see like a rune glow on the inside of the door, and then I'm going to ask the mistress. All right, if you'd step outside, ma'am.
You mean the housekeeper?
Yeah, the housekeeper.
Goes up and grabs the door and.
I get her to step outside, and then I shut the door.
Okay.
All right, try to come in.
Shut the door behind her. She reaches out and the handle won't budge.
Get your strongest guard to try to come in. And if you have someone proficient with lock picks, they can try as well.
David. As David says, hey, grabs it, puts both hands on it. Hey, and his hands just like slipping on the metal. Grabs like his shirt and like wraps it around his head. Yeah.
So you don't even actually have to lock it anymore. See, I told him like the deadbolt isn't even locked. And you know, you could put the bars in, but that's up to you. If you want to put the bars in for an extra layer of security, sure. Do you have someone who can unlock locks? Do you have a locksmith or anyone?
One can be hired if necessary.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying if you wanted to try it against lock picking, that it is much more difficult to lock pick than your average lock.
Very well.
Now you walk up to it. Try.
All right. As he steps up and grabs the handle and turns it and pulls the door open. Very good.
All right. Now the password you gave me, you can give that password to what was it again? Sorry, our character.
Red double.
Red double. Yeah.
Alex, can you write that one down, please?
Fine.
Okay. You can give that to whoever you want. If they speak the password at the door, it'll open for them.
I think it actually takes it out of commission for a while.
It's Red like double? if the word is spoken within a proximity of the lock, it disables the lock for.
Yeah, for 1 minute. For 1 minute, the password.
So I tell them. So if they speak the lock near the doorway, it'll disable the lock for 1 minute.
Very well. Well, I'm quite pleased. Let's do the other doors then. Okay. That password should suffice for this floor. I would also like to use that lock on 2 other doors.
Okay. Which doors?
The 2 upstairs to the storage room next to the showing room and my office.
The storage room and your office? I suppose
3 doors. There's a door for my office as well to it.
Okay. Would we have to go through any of those doors to get into the... No, because we just go straight through the window. It doesn't matter.
Absolutely have to go through one of those doors. Yep. That is the room you guys came in with the head.
Yeah.
But we can go straight in through the window.
Right, but the window that's large enough for the head to fit through is in the storage room right beside the showing room, which is the one you guys went through. And then the smaller windows are in the showing room, which there's a door between them and the storage area, which is the ones he's talking about locking.
Okay, but if we had enlarged Artus, we wouldn't have to.
Yes,
we go straight into the dragon room.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
But we won't be the ones bringing in.
But I can give them a scroll.
Ah.
Okay.
All right. He takes you upstairs, and he'll give you a different password for these ones. These ones Do you have to set a password?
You don't, no?
Then no password. Just have them keyed to me.
Okay. So the one thing that I'm going to tell him this, you might want to set a password and keep it to yourself, because what if, for example, you get locked in one of the rooms?
Make a persuasion check.
Or if something malfunctioned. What's my persuasion?
-1.
6. Like, I'm being honest. Like, if something malfunctioned with the magic and you were stuck in one of the rooms, like the storage room, they would have no way of letting you out.
This magic can malfunction.
All magic can malfunction. I'm sure you're well aware of that. And I'll mention something from history.
It's a very rare.
It's very rare, but
yeah.
you
It
know,
usually happens right away if it'll happen at all.
Make even Drail make a persuasion check.
Okay. That's a 13.
sorry. Okay.
Side deals.
I suppose it doesn't hurt to be cautious.
And you don't have to give it to anyone. You can keep it to yourself.
Very well. If you could shoo for a moment as he shoos Evendrail and Kana away.
Okay.
I trust you can keep this from your companions.
Yes.
Trogfoot.
Okay. Alex, write down Trogfoot.
Just the immediate.
I do the door he wants.
Yep.
Because ideally, I don't plan on breaking in through those doors anyways. And I have a way of oh man, and this can get crazy, because then the next time I can come in, I can dispel my own arcane lock. And then what I'll do is I'll be like, oh, magic residue, someone has dispelled this. And I can be like, okay, I have an idea for this. What you're going to need are glyphs of warding with the counterspell that'll dispel magic when it's cast near the doors.
Oh, ooh, while we're here, I want to just sort of take a side eye at the magic cabinet.
Okay. You see the cabinet.
Mm.
Fine silver locksmanship on it.
Gonna fiddle with it a bit, just like not in like a sneaky way, just in like a curious and absent-minded kind of like.
As the housekeeper, like, physically, like, shoulders into you and, like, pushes you aside, so she's standing between you and it, as the man turns and glances back, just as she does that, and she smiles at him and looks and turns back to heading out the door, and she whispers over to you, "Don't touch that."
My apologies. As my curiosity doubles.
He heads out. Well, if that will be all, I shall get back to my business.
All right, thank you.
Peanuts in my throat.
I would like to go, Alex.
Yes.
You're not gonna like this, but I'm gonna need to spend some money.
Well, that's fine.
Oh, and they would refund you for the cost of casting it on all of the upstairs and downstairs doors.
Okay, so nothing changed then.
Well, except for the one you said you'd do for free.
Sure. So can you knock 25 off of the?
Yes.
So a level 2 scroll is $250.
250 copper. Huh.
Yeah, it's
250 copper. Let's just gonna write it off right here. And we're all good.
Well, don't write off yet. I'm asking Isaac.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Spell costs for scrolls. Second level is 250. It was 50, 250.
Let me look. Using the Xanathars. Yeah, so a second level spell takes 3 days, and it's 8 hours a
I'm
day
not
for 3
making
days.
it. I'm buying it.
Oh, what are you trying to buy and from where?
From the Thieves Guild. I'm going to go back to a Lochran.
Okay, that'll be a thing. That won't just be we'll have to RP that.
Sure, but we had a thing before. It was 50, 250. I need to know the cost of the third level.
Third level scroll to make is 500 gold.
Okay, so 500 then.
You now don't expect to buy them at these prices.
That's what I bought them at before. From you.
Well, they're going to be a bit higher. The people making them have to make a profit.
Okay, because I can't sell them for a profit.
Well, we could make a game about making scrolls for a profit, but if you guys want to do that, we'll just start a different campaign.
Anyways, Isaac, so I need to know. I'm trying to budget. I need to know the price.
For
because I'm not going to go all the way to Lochran if I don't.
Second level spell.
250, right?
Yeah, 250 to 350 is what you should expect.
Okay, third level.
500 to 700.
Okay, Alex, how much money do we have?
We have 780 gold.
That's it?
Yeah.
Well,
I think enlarge and reduce would be helpful for us.
It'd be helpful for them too.
It would be, but I think a one-time use is not worth all of the money we have left.
I don't think it's going to be a one-time use. I think we're going to be stealing this back and forth 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, but the scroll is one time regardless.
I can learn the scroll.
Mm-hmm.
I can write the scroll in my book, and then I have it forever.
Yeah, you have it forever, and I think that's valuable.
But then I can make the scroll for the group in the future.
But that still costs 500 gold.
It costs whatever I make it cost.
It'll cost 250.
It'll cost 250. Because it's half the cost to make it.
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like in the Thief campaign, having a large reduce could be useful. I don't need the second level one.
It could be fun for sure.
Otherwise, we're going to have to break through the arcane lock that we just made.
Well, you can just say that we are allowed through it when you made it.
No, I can't. He specifically told us on the second floor that we were not. He didn't want anyone to know it but him.
Right, but he doesn't know the way magic works.
The way I described it to him is that he's the only one who can go through those doors unless he gives someone the passcode.
Right, but he doesn't have to know that we can go through them.
Yes, but if we go through them...
Well, then we'll just be careful not to go through them.
If we don't have enlarged reduce, we have to go through them.
Yeah, but not in his presence.
No, but you're missing the point. If someone breaks in and steals the dragon head and goes through the door...
It'd be suspicious.
We don't have to. It would make things a lot easier.
We seem to have gotten ourselves in a pickle.
We need to talk with Barrick before we make any decision. So anyways, we're good. We're set up with the stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. The spells have been cast. The die has been thrown. And I cannot stop thinking about his sword.
So, what do you guys want to do? As
meet up with Barrick.
Okay. They would communicate to you that the sooner the better you can get the dragon head back. And they would also communicate to be careful not to touch the scales of the green dragon.
Yeah, we knew that already.
But they don't know you knew that.
Oh, we told them.
I think we were the ones who told him when we traded it over.
Yes.
No, this is House Hirt is telling you this, not Barrack.
Oh,
Like they
okay.
want you to do the job, and they like as a side note with no explanation say don't touch the scales.
Okay. We don't want to rush it. We're going to do some prep work and observation, and we'll get back to you.
All right.
Good work
Yeah,
takes time.
Okay, thank you.
of course. Well, good luck in your retrieval operation.
And do we collect our first month retainer fee of 100 gold?
I could pay you it in advance, I suppose, or I could pay you the balance, the portion for this month at the end of the month, and then next month's. I suppose. Sorry, no, it will be at the end of the month as it's forfeit if we're stolen
Okay.
from during the month. So
Okay. Sounds good. We're going to meet up with Barrack then.
okay.
Unless you have anything that you want to do.
Nope.
All right. Are you guys planning on going over to Bamber then?
Or wherever they want to meet us, if they want to meet us in Barley.
Well,
Well,
they
you
don't
have
know
to-
we want to meet them.
Sure, then we'll go to Bamber.
Okay. You guys takes you.
I assume Barrack is gone when we return.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. You guys will probably set out tomorrow because with three of you, excuse me, unless you guys rent a horse for the trip, which you absolutely can. They do have like horse rental between the towns. It'll take just a little over a day to travel between them.
What
So
do you
if you
mean? Choose ponderously is more than capable.
How much is a horse rental?
guys,
Just for the trip in between. 1 day.
One day more.
they've got a thing for this.
D&D, of course they do.
Between the town is 3 copper per mile, and it's a little over a day's walk. You go 2 miles an hour, so 9, 18. So, or I guess the better way to do it would be just give me a moment.
Because Alex, the other thing I'm thinking is the enlarge reduce also makes their job much easier too, and our job, both sides, right? So the $500 is split up between 2 profits.
It would be 14 silver and 4 copper.
Okay. Are you okay with paint? Are you okay with that, Alex?
Yes. Oh, I have no problem with it.
Okay. We'll rent a horse. It'll be much quicker.
Fine.
Kina,
Only
you'll
if
have a
I
ride.
get to ride it.
Sure, I'll let you talk to the guy.
Fine. I go up to him.
Howdy.
Hey, nice to meet you. I extend my hand. What's your name?
He reaches out and shakes your hand in a rough, callous hand. Call me Mott.
I'm Ram Bale. We're looking for a horse from here to Bamber.
All right. Well, we've got a stable there. Well, you just drop it off at the stable there. It's 14 silver, 4 copper.
Wow,
for the trip.
that's some good math. How'd you
I-
figure that out?
You're not the first to rent a horse from here to there.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm impressed nonetheless. Here you go, sir, and an extra copper for
Why don't you show him the horse?
'cause
Thank you. If you follow after me, as he leads you into the stable and goes over and grabs what just looks like a draft horse that they've saddled and no longer are working the farm with. As he pulls it out, it's a bigger girl.
Chu sees you going towards a horse and talks to it in horse. Watch out, he's crazy.
There you are, as he passes you the reins and writes down your description.
Why don't you try to get on it, Dre?
I've been riding horses since I was 100 years old. Animal handling check. That's a 2.
as you go to the horse and like put your foot in the stirrup, and it just walks sideways, and you find yourself like hopping
Nope,
after it.
nope.
And, like, your
Whoa,
foot
whoa,
slips,
whoa.
and you're like, I'll get you a barrel. As he like pushes a barrel over beside it. Go ahead and make your check with advantage now that he's helping you hop up on
That's a 2.
it. He goes,
I got a 2 and a 3 minus 1.
as you get up on the barrel and grab onto the horse, and you like pull on the reins while you're doing it, which pulls the horse towards you, which like knocks you off the barrel, and you're like hanging off the saddle, and the horse starts like rearing. He's like, whoa, there, whoa, as he like grabs the reins and like hauls you off the horse as the saddle's now just like sideways.
Yeah.
I'm like, Kena?
Kana, can you get the horse to come down?
No,
Straightens
no.
up.
Kena,
Yeah.
you're gonna ride that one.
Okay.
Drake can ride behind you.
She goes over and
Could have done it.
leaps up on the barrel and lands on the horse's back after she leaps on the barrel.
Right, Dre?
I'm just waiting for the horse to like do something erratic.
Strokes its neck. Who's a good girl?
I calmly hop up on Chew. Hey, Chew.
Cross
Going
my
on,
arms and get up on the horse.
She pulls you up behind her.
Can we just make it an RP thing that you don't even make animal handling checks anymore? You just fail all animal handling checks.
Just with horses.
Just with horses, yeah.
I say nothing.
All right. Let's rock. Canyon Narrow.
As you guys head off at a light trot towards the town of Bamber, you guys would arrive there as evening is starting to arrive.
Bamber. I love you, Bamber.
Drop off the horse with the stable there. Check her over and take her to the stable and start brushing her off.
Careful.
You guys would be in an even smaller town than the other one. Also a farming town, so you would see the things, the different farms around it. And then there's one large building built out of stone at the edge of the town, near, like, it would be near the entrance you guys came through that's on the way to Alokrin. And you would see the Bamber Distillery written on it in this like fine flowing calligraphy on the edge of the building.
They get a distillery. Lucky.
Okay. I'll look for the nearest inn.
Okay, there is one tavern in the town, and it is much larger than the tavern of Barley, despite the town being smaller. And judging by the looks within it, packed with townsfolk, and it seems like they have a bit more tourism than the other places. There's a few people from some of the nearby towns and farms who come to drink in the evening, as it's kind of like a rowdy bunch there. You can see, looks like a farm boy up with a banjo and being accompanied by a violin as they're playing on not even a stage, just like a piece of like large piece of stone somebody put in the corner of the tavern. And there's a younger, like into his 20s or 30s man, balding on the top, standing behind the bar with a grin on his face, serving drinks.
What do you think? We get a drink and find a table in the corner and maybe play some cards and wait for our friends to show up?
I prefer dice, but yeah, sure.
Sure, dice is fine. We can play dice. Okay, now you want to learn how to play dice?
Okay.
Right, dice it is.
Okay.
Go to the...
Gonna get a drink,
What do
and I'm going to use my mage hand to let Kana win like every game.
Make a sleight of hand.
Just like poking her dice. 6. 1. Double 1.
That is a 29. No, not. That is a 23.
3. All right, you spend the evening helping Kana just gleefully like, win at dice as she
How?
is like, quickly falling in love with the game. He's like, again. There's a couple grumbles from the other people at the table.
Unbelievable.
I'm gonna play Kena one time and roll,
All right.
but not.
I'm gonna make you roll Snake Eyes. Or try
which means
to.
I win aggressively.
What are you doing?
We're playing. You didn't ask what game we're playing.
Well, you'd have to explain it
I'm
to
teaching
Kayla.
her to play craps.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Well, I mean, he would probably understand the game enough to know what he's going for.
Yeah.
I want to make Barian do badly.
As I see
And
like
Kana
him
do well.
turning the dice, I'm gonna step on his foot as he's trying to get his hand to do things.
Okay.
Make a spellcasting check with disadvantage.
Okay. That is a 15.
As you both place your bets, you putting it on the don't pass line, hoping for the craps to roll. It is a 7. Okay, and I was like, yeah, and grabs the little things you guys are using as chips at the table with these people.
I just give you a shrug.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything that time.
We're keeping an eye out for Barrick.
All right.
Or anybody from the group.
Right. You guys would notice as the evening starts to wear on, probably around 10 or 11, Scar come down and walk over to a table with a couple of gentlemen and a couple of ladies at it and sit down and order a drink and start chatting with them. He's got a grin on his face, and just the kind of scar cutting across his chiseled face.
I'm gonna take a drink out of my mug.
I'm going to mage hand poke him on the shoulder.
He looks up and glances over his shoulder and
I'm gonna cast a message.
around. Okay.
So hand in my lap and taking a drink with the words.
All right, and you see his head kind of pop up.
I'm like, don't react. We're over in the corner. Come chat with us when you have a minute.
And boop him on the nose.
Say that. Does that? And rubs on his face a little bit. And waves at somebody at the table with him. A little while later, you see him chatting and stand up and say something to the group there, and they all kind of laugh as he walks over and sits down and leans over to Kana and looks at her, and he's staring right at her. He's like, "What do you guys need? I'm pretending to hit on the lady."
We need to just meet with you guys.
Hi.
I'm waiting for it.
Hi. What do you guys need?
I just need to chat with you guys and Barrick. Discuss what's going on and see what happened with you guys.
Oh, we have some information.
Kate, sounds good.
I roll the dice.
New girl, give me a little slap. Okay. Smacks him. As he gets up and walks away from the table. You can see the group that he's walking towards all kind of laughing and guffawing at his misfortune.
I'm like, I tell Kate, I'm like, hey, and yell out that he can keep his lips to himself, or he can kiss a donkey's ass.
That's a bad word.
Say it. It'll be funny.
It's a bad word.
Fine. He can kiss a donkey's butt.
He's already gone.
Well,
Yeah. Half of comedy is timing.
all right. Let's go talk to Barrick and them. Unless you got anything you want to do, Dre.
Nope. I roll 2 more 6s and walk away.
You guys get up from the table and head up the stairs of the Rowdy Bar, and second door on the right, you give it a knock. Yes?
Housekeeping.
Oh, I smelled him. As the door opens and you see Lyra there.
I smell my armpit.
I know. It's like better than a doorbell, isn't it?
Yeah, come here. As Bear said, indeed. Come in.
So?
I'm guessing you two are here to pull off a job.
Well, to discuss the situation.
But also,
Right.
yes. Sort of.
Well, we should set up something so we're not meeting here. I'd hate to have the groups caught intermingling. That would be the worst, and put an early end to our ruse. So, first and last meeting, this obvious, I hope.
Okay.
It's hard to set up how we meet if we don't meet to discuss meeting.
Well, late in the evening, through the window, I suppose. We can set up a drop site as well for messages. Check it once a day.
Well, yeah, sure.
Stable is the second floor. I happen to know a good spot up there.
Okay, stable works.
Not under the hay, they go through that too quickly, but the The buckets up there were covered in dust. Just put it under there.
Okay, sounds
I'll have
good.
somebody checking once a day. Do you have a place for us to get a message back to you?
Not here.
I would pick. I'd be like, there's an old bunch of rain barrels behind a thing that looks like they haven't been used in 10 years. Put
Perfect.
it on the rain barrel on the left, underneath it.
Great. Now we have a way to communicate. Check it once a day. I imagine we won't be spending all our time doing this. We'll get one Lord happy, and the other group will do their work, so we'll probably be taking shifts in a lock room while we take turns stealing from each other.
Okay. So we have some developments.
All right?
We got hired on a contract
Us as well.
as a consultant to defend the place.
Oh, speaking of which, the guys is cut.
Cut? Of what?
Of the pay we got on a contract as well. So there's
Oh shit, we didn't get paid.
We didn't get paid for the thing we did to start, no.
we almost didn't either, but we managed to talk him into it.
Okay.
Let's see. So we got Barrick, Scar, Lyra, Barry, and Andrea. Okay, now so that's 6 members. As he hands you, the 3 of you, pouch that clinks with coin.
How much is it?
There's 415 gold.
Ooh.
All right, you want to add it to the thing? So we got a contract. Basically, every time that we get the trophies back, it's 1,500 gold.
Oh, all right. Suppose that'll do.
And they pay it. Well, what did you guys negotiate?
2,500.
Okay. Well, I guess that's the benefit of having a face.
Yes, Scar's good for that.
We got $100 a month on the consultant.
Oh,
Which
all right.
we don't get paid if any of their stuff gets stolen.
no.
So it's basically not gonna mean
Dre, do you want to lay out all the stuff?
Right, I
essentially?
took note of it for just this scenario.
Sounds like it'll pay better to rob the place and have you rob it back than get your consulting fee. We no retainer, however, we did convince them that we can provide security audits. 200 gold for an audit. They fix up the securities, and we tried to talk them into hiring us every time that they get broken into, or every few times, at least once a year. So should be some extra coin once in a while.
Right.
Okay.
We're starting with a security audit, which means we won't be after that head that you guys stole for a bit, which gives us time to get them at one house and up the stakes.
They want us to get the head back immediately.
Good. I imagined as such, and we've been stalling for time, telling them it'll take a while for us to get ready for the audit, so should have a while before we beef up their security for them.
I'm going to tell them, and I've installed arcane locks on all of the doors on the main floor and the second floor, and I've made them openable to all of our groups, as well as himself, Gillian.
You can choose to use them or not, wherever they're.
I'd prefer to avoid it.
I have a better idea.
What do you propose?
It's a little bit of an upfront cost, but it's going to pay down the road. Have you ever heard of a spell called Enlarge Reduce?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, well, if I get a scroll of Enlarge Reduce, I can put it in my book, and then I can make, for cheap, I can make scrolls for us to cast, which would make moving those dragon heads much easier, and we could move them through windows that otherwise they would not think someone able to steal from. So, for example, you'd be able to move it through the small window in the gallery without having to go through the arcane lock or through the big window in the storage room.
It'll be troublesome. I know where we can get one, but the guild doesn't sell them.
Okay.
There's a half mage in one of the teams who hires himself out for just that sort of thing. I'm sure he has a copy somewhere if we can break in and borrow it.
I only need it for 2 hours. But they don't. The guild doesn't sell them.
No, and that'll be against guild rules. He's arrogant, though. Maybe we can trick him out of it.
Okay.
We could just keep him distracted for 2 hours. I think that's doable.
Against the code to steal from your guild mates.
It's not stealing if we don't take it. Just look at it for a bit.
Well,
I don't feel like explaining myself as the cloak on the council about that. So
I could trade him for a spell.
that might work.
Okay.
So that's one solution. That should make them moving them easier. At least for one group.
Well, I can always make a scroll for you.
How
Right.
much?
Well, you're getting paid 2,500 to steal a dragon head,
Right.
correct?
Correct.
So $250 for the third level. That's still a 2,250 profit. I feel like it's worth it for how much easier it would be. You could fit it in a backpack.
Well, chances are we'll be stealing 2 heads at a time. So 500 gold off the top. That's viable. That's viable.
Mm-hmm. It'd be a smaller profit for us, but
But if it makes the job that much easier, some coin is worth the lowered risk. We'll have to feel it out. Could be worth it.
okay. All right, so our first profit will be 1,500. We'll go home. I feel like we should space it out quarterly or whenever they ask, I guess.
Well, that'll be when they hire us. But I'm thinking the play. One side gets all the heads in one place. Once we get hired, we spend some time scouting out the place so they're not switching hands too much. Just have a standard week of recon before we
Yeah.
pull the job.
The arcane locks will also make it very difficult for any petty thieves to steal it. They're basically going to have to break open a window to get in.
I don't think any of the local thieves will be able to get into the Perwald mansion. They've got dogs down there, and I doubt any of them can do the second story work required, and it's not a friendly house for it.
Yeah, they have dogs, and well, you know all the stuff we told you. They have dogs as well on the first floor.
If I was to take a guess, I would say probably the thieves that were on their retainer before were just giving them both the same information and double dipping.
Probably.
So, houses should be about the same. As for the defenses of this one,
Mm-hmm.
we haven't done the audit yet, but I imagine they're similar to the other one.
Okay. Well, would that spell, you think, be a team purchase? It would benefit everyone.
Let's try it out a bit first and see if we need it.
Okay. So just so you know, you're gonna have to break into the house. You're gonna have to go through the storage room.
All right.
To get in.
Well, I guess to break out of the house.
To break out of the house, you're gonna have to go through the door on the second floor that's arcane locked only to his name, that he believes only he can get through. It will devalue all of the magic I've done in the house.
That's all right.
Unless you dispel it.
I can do that. That's my plan.
Okay.
Keep the air of believability to it.
And it will make it seem like it's a lot higher level people coming in. And I have long-term plans for if this continues on for a while.
All right. Very well. Well, this will be the easiest job. After this, we'll be doing a security audit. We'll try to piecemeal the upgrades, but to keep them paying for them, we're going to have to actually give some value for money.
Yep. The main thing is just leave a hole in your defense.
Try our best.
Well, I left you many holes, so I'm sure you can. You're a smart man. I'm sure you can jury rig something and leave it easily.
Well, the first few times certainly, but if things go as planned, they'll be hiring us every other robbery, and things will get tighter from there. So,
okay,
the job's going to have declining value, but with the
our
starting
fees
point,
will also go up.
That's one way if we can negotiate it.
Sure.
Got to remember, there is an amount these nobles can stomach. They're not greater nobles. They're land barons.
Yeah.
Farm towns. So we'll have to work within reason, but it also limits the sort of security they can afford. So.
Okay.
Well then, we've got a drop point for communication. You've got some work to do. After you steal it, we'll stick around to our audit. I don't want us out of the city much longer, so get them to your place. Head back, we'll do our audit, and then we'll scope out your guys' mansion, steal it back, and make sure they have a way to get in touch with you in a locker room.
Oh, and we've told them exactly all the ways how to get in.
Yeah.
So what did you guys scope out? What information do you have for us?
Just the guards I told you about before. They keep one on the second floor in the hallway, so the stairs aren't really viable, neither is that window. I just got in through the window straight into their treasure room,
Okay.
which is on the second floor. Third floor's got no guards on it, although that is the bedroom, but that's one way to come in. But again, there's just one staircase and there's a guard on the second floor watching it, so not the most viable. They keep 2 guards outside, plus 1 on rotation around the house. Lots of empty space between the house and the nearest building. She's built it out on a hill, so
Okay.
a little hard to get to.
Is there a fence?
No.
No fence.
Nope.
Okay.
But they
So-
do have a dog on the property and one on the second floor with that guard. So flying's the best method.
Well, I don't have fly.
Well, keep some dog pepper with you. Here, I have some. As he has you some. This is if you need to run off. If you want to get some when you're back in the city, as we don't have much of a
Okay.
supply of it.
All right, thank you. I believe it's 8:00.
Yeah, it's right around 8, so I'm just finishing this conversation, and then we'll
All right.
take a break.
I gotta take a phone call.
All right.
Alrighty. Yeah, so we'll take a 5-10 minute break here. If you can put us to the waiting screen. Be right back. Hello, everyone. That's a terrible count. It works better when you use numbers and words, Alex.
Come on.
Back.
Dan said 1. What was I supposed to do?
You are the worst. So, we
Best.
come back to the Jakobson brothers having just gone to visit the town of Bamber, where they will be robbing the Perwald family of the other dragonhead to bring it back to their new employer, the herds. Yeah, I got it.
From Barley.
You guys met with Barrick, the leader of your group, who is posing as a separate group being hired by the Perwald family, and he let you know what he knows about the defenses and their plans going forward. So, the brothers are to steal the green dragon head back from the Perwalds, and then head back to Alokrin until the herds call them again after Barrick and them steal both heads back in a few weeks.
Hey, Barrick.
Without-
Barrick, one
Hey.
last thing.
Yep.
Yes.
They have a sword. It's a really, really nice sword, and I really want it. But I can't take it, because then it'll be like, blow everything for a sword. But you can take it, and it could just be a thing that they ask us to find that maybe we can't. If you can get it for me, I'll pay you.
How much do you think the sword is worth?
I have no idea. It just looks nice and has that magic-y kind of look to it.
Take a guess.
I don't know, 1,000 gold?
1,000 gold. All right. Well then, if we do 4 jobs, you'll be able to afford one of your own.
I don't know if magic stuff works that way, though.
Drake chuckled. All right. Never mind.
Varian.
Varian chuckled.
Well, we either risk this ongoing lucrative business for 1,000 gold sword, or we don't do stupid things to risk the 2,500 gold per job goose egg that we have.
Okay. Well, how about this? If we're gonna pull out or think that this isn't working anymore, we take the sword because I want it.
How about we talk when it comes to that?
Fine.
There's ways that could work, as long as our name isn't linked to the Hooded Jacks. That's fine. However, if the end of this leads to them knowing that both groups are the Hooded Jacks, that would tarnish our name if we want to get hired by anybody else who hears about our deeds.
Yeah. Ugh, this is so complicated. Why can't I just take things?
Because you're a professional.
I mean, I guess. When you put it that
I'm
way.
not that-
So, I guess we'll break into the mansion then. How many days do you need?
Well,
What can
we
we
told
do?
them we'd start our audit in 3 days. So if you do it before then, it'll be a little easier. If you wait till after then, it'll be a little harder.
So,
Okay.
sorry, we'll do it when we want to do it before you do the audit.
That'll be easier for yourselves, yes.
Yeah, we'll do that. All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Very well.
What do you think that is, chat?
Suppose you guys should. Well, bar's busy enough. Head out the window. The
All
less
right.
you're sighted around us, the better.
Kina, scout it out for us.
Okay. As she opens the window, looks out. It's clear.
Go down.
Oh, okay. As she jumps out, whispers up, "It's clear."
I jump out, do like a little somersault, and land on my feet.
Make me an acrobatics check.
That's what I do. They're kind of my thing.
Just
24.
catches
Oh,
some
no,
knife at the
22.
bottom.
20.
Like the sharper thing that
Oh,
you guys
God.
just like as you
Did he land on a knife? Oh.
as you do a little somersault out the window and land deftly on your feet at the bottom.
Is it still clear?
Yes. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay, here I come. I'm going to try to do a cooler somersault than my brother did.
Roll an acrobatics check.
That's a 19.
I did. You do close to the. It's like it would be a cooler somersault if you pulled it off properly. It's still pretty neat, but the execution was a little lacking on your like cherry flip out the window. You stumble a bit on the landing, but catch yourself all right.
Hey,
Kana holds up like 10 fingers to both of you.
alright, so
What number?
going into this house, we're gonna want ability to scale walls and stuff.
Yeah, and I have that. No problem.
Sweet.
So, but one thing, I have an idea.
Or another.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna
gonna
look
find you.
and I'm gonna try and find like a ladder leaning against something.
Okay. Yeah, there's ladders about. Most of them are only about 6 feet tall.
Looking for a bigger one.
Make me an investigate check.
Actually, Dre,
Who?
Dre.
My name is Hammond.
His name is Ham.
Hammond is
Hammond.
cheese.
Hammond. We should find a ladder because when Kanaw's invisible, the ladder's invisible.
Oh, carrying it.
Yeah.
Okay, I really like that. You just
So
carry
she
something
runs
really
up the
long and invisible. You
Put it up
just,
against the wall.
you just deck
Abe's
people with it.
holding onto it, like you know how you put it up against the wall, and she turns and holds it underneath, like up against the wall, like that from behind.
Mhm.
We run up the invisible ladder to the window and hop in.
That could
Just
work.
really, I
then
just
she
really
just
want to
walks
smack people
out
with
into
a
the middle of the
giant
grass and
invisible
won't
thing.
move with the ladder,
Mm-hmm.
and then we could just make like an owl
Oh.
sound, and she'd come back with the ladder. I would not be visible, or I would be visible, but anyways, okay.
Visibly
Let's see.
invisible, you could say.
Let's see, we're looking for a ladder that would fit up to the window. So we go look at go take a look at the
Let's go.
window.
I will lead us to the ladder store.
Or they would have told us how tall it is.
No. They didn't give you guys like specs for it. They gave you the room outline and whatnot.
Okay, we go look at the window that we have to go through.
So you guys go up the road a bit, and it's about a 5-minute walk out of the town, and you would see it a ways off on a hillock, a ways away from the nearby farms.
I fly Roscoe.
Okay, can fly him over. It is a 3-story mansion, which I gave you guys the layout on the right side, and it just kind of gets smaller as it goes up. Very slightly though. There's a balcony on the 3rd floor, overhanging the front door 2 stories below. Is a much smaller mansion, like side to side,
Okay.
but makes up for that with height. And the also a tall building as the first story. The first story is much taller than the other ones. The first story, you can see, like guessing where the level ends, it's probably like a like 12-foot ceiling on the first story, and then 8 after that.
Okay.
So we need like a 20-foot ladder.
So to the 2nd floor? You said sorry, the one we're going in is on the 2nd floor?
Correct.
Okay. How high of a ladder would we need?
Well, you need to get part way up the 2nd floor, so
Just to the window.
Yeah, so
15, 20 feet.
Yeah, like 17 feet.
Yeah, it needs to be long enough so we can like lean it up against the wall too.
Yeah, doesn't need to be at an angle, but you can reach off the top as well, so the ladder doesn't have to go all the way to the window. So you probably need like a 16, 17-foot ladder.
I would say that's roughly 12 or 13 feet of ladder we'll need.
Okay. Well, let's. We're looking around for a big ladder.
Make me an investigate check.
Great.
I look around the field nearby with my investigation of 15. You have a plus 10 investigation.
Oh shit! Never mind. I'm the better investigator. Never mind.
Yeah. Do I see a ladder in the field with my 15 investigation?
That's a 27.
27. There's no ladder in the field nearby.
No, I'm looking in
I'm
town.
answering him.
Oh, okay.
There's no ladder in the town either, but you guys start, and you end up on kind of like an extended search through the farmland around here, just pretending to be wandering around looking around.
Mhm.
And if you guys go out in the farmland, a couple of the farms have larger, like 2-story barns, and one of them leaning against it, it looks like they're doing some roof work on it.
Mhm.
And there's a ladder that would be pretty close to big
Are we
enough.
gonna steal their ladder and strand them on the roof?
Might be a
Absolutely. we're
little
stealing.
shorter than you need, but with some balance at the top of it, it would suffice.
Okay. Okay, quick.
Okay.
Turn me invisible and I'll grab the ladder.
Turn him invisible.
All right.
I'm gonna pick
vanish
the
the
ladder and just.
Make me an athletics check.
Uh-oh. I didn't
You
think
ever,
this
moved
through.
you ever moved a wooden 17-foot ladder around?
I got a 6.
All right, you go, "Yeah," and you like, get it up, and it vanishes, and then you guys see it reappear, like a little off, and then you're oh shit, as you're trying to catch it from sliding, and you like right it, and you're like holding it, and like kind of stuck there, and then you get it back to flat.
Help,
Uh,
help, help, help,
It's
help, help.
not very wieldy.
I cast invisibility on both him and or on Kana or both of them.
Okay, you'd have to use another useless spell.
Sure. Kana, can you
Okay.
help him, please?
As Kana vanishes and runs over and comes up to you. Let me just grab my stat.
Is the ladder invisible though?
It was for a moment.
Oh, it has
It's
to be like off the ground to be invisible?
Correct.
Mm.
Yeah, you
I
choose
guess
it.
that because like otherwise like the earth turns invisible. Are my shoes then visible or invisible?
It's not a touching the earth thing. It's just whether you're carrying or not. If you've got it leaned up against a wall and you're doing none of the carrying,
Ah, it's
carrying
about
for them.
force. If you're delivering enough force to it.
Yeah.
Sure, but she could pull it off the wall and hold it like that, and it would
I
be
don't-
fine.
Well,
Yeah.
she has to be holding it up, like just leaning against her, like if a barrel, if a building falls against you and you're holding it up, like yeah. We're playing with the edges of the spell here.
Well, I can make a spellcasting check if you want, because if you're holding your walking stick or a big halberd and you're walking, it goes invisible with you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just saying we're.
But if you
we're
lean that halberd against a wall, it'll
I
show up.
expanded the spell so that it would include the ladder as well.
So
I don't think
uh,
you can cast it on an object.
there might come a situation where it'll take some spell casting doing to make it work. I'm just saying because we're at like we're playing with the edge of like what counts as carrying something. There's going to be a lot of DM fiat involved because
Sure.
there's no like clear.
Are you trying to tell me there's no like scientific consistency to the use of a spell that makes you invisible?
Correct.
All right. So, did they get the ladder?
Well, I would know if I had a chance to look at her athletics. Right, she rolled
Ow,
a
ow,
19. So
ow,
yes, as
oh,
she
ow,
comes
oh,
over, just
ow.
the weight vanish as
Oh,
the ladder gets like pulled away from you, and the ladder vanishes.
I'm just like doing that thing where I'm definitely not helping, but holding half of it.
And I'm like, okay, guys, follow me, and I'm gonna go and somewhere in between, like the walk from the town to the mansion,
Mhm.
find a place to like disguise and hide the ladder.
Oh,
Okay, you
uh,
can
In some
no,
bushes or
Yeah,
left,
you could put
left.
it in a ditch
No, stop
and
pulling.
put
Ah.
grass over it, like just rip some tall grass up. And
Yeah, or
scatter
there
it
like
over
a
it.
copse of trees or something we could stick it in.
It's a little too long to fit in a copse. Like it's just tall enough that it'll still be visible. But if you put it down in a ditch and cover it with some brush,
Sure, we do that. Somewhere where people wouldn't notice it.
Yeah, as long as they're not like in the ditch, it should be fine. But it is along the side of the road, so you gotta be careful when you grab it.
Or can we lay it down in a copse of trees on the ground and like
It's a little too long. It's a plains. There's not a lot of trees, and they're not very big.
What if we disguise it as a tree?
It would take some work.
okay, never mind. It goes in the ditch. We're
doable.
coming back to we're literally gonna do it tonight. We just have to make a quick
Keep in mind
Um,
you're down a second and third level spell slot.
yeah, I haven't had a rest yet.
That's true.
I say that we go and have a little rest off here somewhere. And yeah, can't we just go off into the fields far enough where people couldn't see us and then come back?
Well, I mean, there's farmer fields, so
Sure, let's go find a barn to hide in or buy or whatever. Like, what geographical? Like, it can't just be flat. Like, what is there? Like, is
It's
it
just like
like a
rolling
creek, a little ravine
plains.
area?
Not really. Like there is some verticality to it, but it's pretty flat. Like Saskatchewan. Like
Okay.
it's flat farmland for the most part, with a few small rolling hills here or there. Occasionally, a copse of trees.
Might be the
Alright,
first time Saskatchewan has ever been mentioned in a
You
fantasy
guys
scenario.
arrived as night. You guys arrived as night was falling.
Mhm.
So sometime around 9.
Okay, well, let's
Give or
find a
take.
place to. Honestly, we could probably just lay down in the long grass in the fields.
Yeah, it's a warm enough climate.
So let's
And
just
you guys are in spring, so it's getting to the warm part of the year. You guys got bedrolls.
just hunker down and have and wait, because we gotta wait anyways, right?
Who wants to
Till-
roll? Who wants to die for the weather?
Me.
Roll it.
It's the easiest for me to roll. That's a natural 20.
All right.
It's a hurricane.
Yeah, the thing with luck dice is I choose before you roll them whether lows are high or highs are high, and
Well, can we for the future? So let's just pick one.
no, I do that so that you never know.
So we
what the
don't
result is
know.
when you're going to keep it a secret from you.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
In this case,
natural 20 is either really good or really bad.
So in this case, I don't need to keep it from you, so we'll just keep it as highs or highs.
Okay.
Although if we hadn't been, I was thinking of lows or highs. But yes, you guys have a clear, warm evening with a warm east wind blowing in. And you guys can get up 4 hours later, a little stiffer than you're used to, having slept in the bed the past
Spend
few
some
nights.
time reading my spell book and doing our meditation and getting ready to head out.
Okay, you adjust the spells you are keeping in your mind memorized.
All right.
So that'll bring it to somewhere around 2 in the morning.
Well, it would be like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like around 12 or 1.
Yeah, well, I was thinking like 9 or 10 o'clock. So
Yeah.
somewhere around 2 in the morning.
All right.
Okay.
Well, let's go. When did you say the guard change was?
He didn't give you a specific time for the guard change.
Fortunately, we are not invisible anymore.
He would have given us a.
No, he said they haven't done the security audit yet, so
Oh,
they don't
okay.
know all the defenses. All they could tell you is what they saw
All right.
and what they knew from their work breaking in.
Okay. All right, let's go. When we get close to the
All right.
house.
Here,
I'm
and I'm gonna pull out of the bag of holding some dog pepper and give it to Bear.
So, just so you guys remember,
Mhm.
dog pepper does not keep dogs from smelling you. It hurts their nose, so they're more likely to find you, but it can damage their sense of smell for a while, giving you time to get away and like get them off your trail while you flee. It is not going to make you invisible to the dogs.
Yeah, but
At all.
it's better than to have it on us than to have it in the bag of holding and need to try and get it.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to cast invisibility on them. When we get we'll pick up the ladder when we get close to the house. I'm going to cast invisibility on them.
All right. Yeah.
And
So
get
you
them
guys
to hold the ladder together.
Okay, so we need Alex, so Evandrail, and Kana to make an athletics check to see how long it takes to get the ladder there.
Ooh, that's a 22.
2. All right. She did not bad as well. So it'll take you guys about 10 minutes to get the ladder over there.
I'm also going to find that dog that's running around
Okay.
and have Roscoe attack it.
Okay.
So Roscoe's going to fly down
Oh
and just
no.
hurt it, but just be like, and and then fly out and kind of bait it.
Okay. Roscoe goes up. Just make me a perception check with Roscoe.
Okay. I believe he has a +4.
Let me look up. I know he has advantage, I think.
I'm pretty sure he has a +4 or +3.
Perception's +3, and he has advantage.
Yeah, so that's an 18.
18. Okay. Yeah, he would see the dog wandering around the outside, kind of at the perimeter of the property.
So I'd go and get him once he was on
and
the
you guys also know about the dog inside.
So on the main floor.
No, it's on the second floor.
I thought it was on the main floor.
No, he said it's on the second floor with the guard.
Okay. Anyways, so then I wait till Roscoe waits till the dog's on the opposite side of the property from us when we're going to, like, opposite side of that house.
Speaking of which, what side of the property do you guys want to come from?
The window that he told us to go.
Okay, so the
Which
south
window is that?
side.
It's the south
Alex,
side.
can you help out with this?
Yeah.
Like, unless the south side is the front door.
No,
Nope, the east side is the front door.
Okay, so then the south side.
All right.
But
Okay,
at an
so-
angle so that they can't see us coming up, kind of thing.
Right. So you guys wait until the dog is around the other side.
And then
of the
Roscoe
property.
kind of starts bugging him.
Okay.
Like, bugs him until he keeps pays attention. Bark, bark, bark.
Okay. Roll me an attack with Roscoe.
He's not attacking. He's just
You're just gonna.
he's just
like,
tapping and
swoop at him?
bothering him.
Just roll an attack anyways. That's the
roll
easiest
an irritate check.
I
thing. Yeah.
like
He has
it's
a +3 to hit.
okay because it's completely irrelevant and he has flyby attack, so there's nothing the dog can do.
I know. It's just the easiest thing to see how annoying he is.
What's his attack? +3.
Yeah.
That's 20.
Okay. As Roscoe starts to harry the
Roscoe
dog,
murders the
you
dog.
guys hear from the opposite side of the property the sound of barking, and you guys would see that the guard who has been looping around turn and start to sprint over to that side of the house.
Go, 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 go. And I'm in an area and I'm using message to them.
Okay, so you're staying back while they run up with
Yep,
the ladder.
yeah. If I need to.
Okay, that brings us to you two as you guys run the ladder up to the.
The
side
guard's going to
building.
Roscoe. Go, go, go.
All right. You know what? I think we're gonna get into initiative.
Oh.
Turn, even trail already. Turn. Yeah, because timing's gonna matter here.
Remember not to touch the thing, Alex.
Touch the dragon head. Right. Okay.
Do for Roscoe.
I can't.
All right, I have my initiative.
Can you see yourself in the turn order there, Alex?
Nope.
All right, so it must be from a different window. Add you guys.
Bugging. Problems. It's been so long since we've been in an initiative.
There we go.
Alright. What'd you get, Dan?
I got 11.
Hey. I guess we get to know their
Then
initiatives.
roll me for Roscoe as well.
Okay, so something I wanted to say just for how this works. Can he just go on my initiative? Just summon things, just go on the initiative of the person. It's so much easier to remember.
Well, I have an initiative tracker, so I'll.
I know, but I mean, it's easier for just the people that have the summons. I go and then my initiative, then my thing goes. Okay.
The problem
yeah,
is it lets you like double down on something
see it being
consistently.
abused.
Yeah, well, the other problem is it takes away some of the planning of like when do they use the help action. Well, they always use it right before I attack because they go on my turn. So no, I'd rather you roll.
What do you mean? They go after me, so they can't use the help action. Well, they could use it either way. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when in the initiative. They could always do it.
Right. Just.
I don't know his
roll.
initiative. What's his
I don't-
initiative? See, that's the thing. It makes it like everything I read with DMs.
We'll worry about it later. Just roll.
Yeah, let's talk about this out of game and figure it out. But for now, let's just
5.
All right. That's with the +1 or without?
That's with the +1.
All right.
All right.
Okay. So that brings us to you guys here as you guys run up to the edge of the building. So there's a left and right window.
Which window did he go through? He would have told us specifically which window he went through.
I would choose here the right
Barrack.
window.
Okay.
So Barrack told us which window he went through.
No, he told you guys which side of the house, but he didn't like draw you the face. But he's going through the right window.
Okay, so I want to clarify this. We gave him specific instructions. I would have got my character. I would have got specific instructions from Barrack exactly how he did it. That's what I thought that's what was given to me.
No.
Okay, well that's what I would have asked for.
You didn't.
I did. I asked exactly what window you went through, and I pulled.
Okay, so he's going through the right window. Barrack did not give you specific instructions exactly. He said second story is the easiest way to do it. Choose a window.
Okay, in the future, Isaac. Anyway, continue.
All right. So you guys run the ladder up and set it against the wall. I'm going to have Kena try to hold it up for you. Okay, so are you going to climb it?
Yep.
Okay. So you begin.
She can't lean it against the wall.
She can, but she's going to hold it up at the bottom. But you would see the ladder become visible as you're climbing it. As you wait, once you get higher up, it like shifts down, and you can hear her struggling at the bottom to try to hold it up.
Push.
You run up the window.
Yeah.
Okay, that brings us to the owl. The dog can't do anything. The guard has just got around the corner over here and is going to run up to here. As the owl's there bothering him. All right, Dre, you get to the top and you would find a window in front of you. Peering in, you can see a small room, a couple of paintings leaned in the one corner, the green dragon head mounted on a well-scratched wall, a couple of like fine rugs in a corner, some jewels spread out, and a table covered in trophies and armor and golden cup, nice like almost crown helm, stuff like that. Just nicks and knacks, and then just kind of a cheap rug in the corner that doesn't really fit with the rest.
All right. Can I tell by this window, would the green dragon head fit through it?
Looking at the window, maybe.
Okay.
You could try, but it would be a tight, like difficult fit.
Would it fit through the other window?
No, they're the same size, and that one has more junk in the way.
Well, then we know it would fit through because Barrick went through these windows.
Yeah, but he got the smaller head.
No, he got the larger head.
Oh, really?
He had to put the green one back through.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I will try to get the dragon head out.
You also have the blanket to cover it up.
You're currently outside the window staring in.
Yeah.
Go, go, go.
Okay, well, fine. I guess I'll get in the window first.
Okay.
Is it locked?
It is locked.
I'm going to search it for traps with my excellent investigation.
Roll me an investigate.
That is a 6.
6. You do not see any traps upon it.
Doesn't look
Barry,
trapped to
did
me.
you do anything else?
You do see the ladder become visible.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. Actually, sure. I have Roscoe's eyes. I run over and I'm going to help Kena lift up the ladder.
Okay. So you run up at the base of the ladder and grab it.
She can roll with advantage.
Yeah, I'll give her advantage on her checks. Okay, which brings us to her, and she's going to try to lift the ladder with your help. Oh, that's way better with your help. And she pulls it up as the ladder vanishes, which just leaves you there.
So did he only get to make a check? He didn't get to do anything to
He was investigating the window.
Yep.
Uh,
It's important.
Brings us to the guy over here. You guys would hear yelling from the other. Shoo! Come on! Shoo! All right, Dre.
Let's go, go, go.
All right, I'm going to. Is it locked?
It is, yeah.
All right, I will try to it locked.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a Thieves Tools check.
Okay, that is an 18.
18, as you reach your tools in and fiddle around and you click it open. Barian, or I suppose...
Can I open it?
Yeah.
All right. Can I go
You
in?
Oh, wait, sorry, no, one of my rules was that picking a lock takes a turn.
Okay.
So, Barian, you're here. Kena's got this. She'll have a tougher time without you, but there is a chance she could hold it up.
I'm
on
good
her
for
own.
now. I'm looking through Roscoe's eyes while I'm holding it.
Okay, sounds good. I'll have Kena roll to keep it up. Okay. She didn't need the help that time, but that worked. She's holding it there as Roscoe's diving at this dog, and you can still hear the barking, occasional yelp, as you would see the man who ran up pull out a bow.
Okay,
He's
and
going to try to hit Roscoe.
Roscoe hasn't had a turn yet, by the way.
Oh, yes. He would have had a turn before this. What would you like to do with him?
Okay, when he sees the bow come out, he's going to fly up into the air, like higher than he can shoot.
Okay, his turn would have been before the bow came.
Roscoe didn't even get a turn last time.
He did. I just assumed you were still messing with the dog.
So if you're gonna have it, have initiative. Let me do the initiative for him. So
Okay.
Okay, so
So you haven't seen the bow come out yet. What would you like to do with Roscoe?
he's going to fly up in the air and so he's going to go down and fly to the dog.
Yeah.
When he sees the bow come out.
Well, it will be after his turn that the bow comes out. The guard goes after
Sure.
the dog.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. Then he's going to shoot at Roscoe.
No, Roscoe.
That is a 8.
Misses, I'm assuming, because 10 is the.
You have
bottom.
11 armor on the owl as the bow comes out, and you would see an arrow whistle by as you pull the owl's head sideways, and you can see as the.
What's my
arrow flies by
movement
you.
for the?
The owl can fly 60 feet or move 5 feet along the ground.
Wah,
So
wah,
it's
wah, wah,
120
wah.
feet around.
Yes, if you use your action to dash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
All right, Dre.
I'm gonna open the window
Pull it open.
and hop
You
in.
have movement.
Okay, you jump in, landing there.
Do I have more things I can do?
Yes.
Okay, I will go over to the dragon head and cover it with the blanket.
Okay. Make me a survival check as you start to wrap the dragon head in some sort of cloth.
I'm great at this. Yep, that is a 2 minus 1 is a 1. A dirty 1.
Oh god.
You throw the blanket around it and quickly tie it off at the bottom.
What did that guy tell me? I don't remember. They said something about the oh crap.
All right, Barian.
What is the guy doing?
Pulling back another arrow.
Okay, well, I'm going to fly up. Or no, it's my turn.
Yes, it's you.
I'm holding the thing.
Okay.
You're going to fly up.
Currently, he now doesn't need any help because it's easy enough to hold the ladder up with nobody on it. Which brings us to Roscoe.
No, yeah, Roscoe. Roscoe's gonna fly up 120 feet straight up, so he'll be about whatever he was at currently.
Okay, that'll put him about 125 feet in the air
Because
as he soars into the air. All right, that brings us to the dog, who definitely can't do anything now. The guy, who
I believe
is
I don't know.
look at the owl soaring off and go over to the eye. All right, boy. All right, and start petting it, trying to calm it down, and it stops barking as he gives a command.
Okay.
Shut up!
Which brings us back to Dre.
I'm going to try and take the dragon head off the wall. Ugh. Trying to use the blanket to protect me from the scales.
Okay, you pull this thing off, holding on.
I did
to
such
the,
a good
the
job
blanket.
wrapping this thing.
You pull the head off the wall.
And I'm going to try and I guess get it out the window.
The window.
Okay. Do you want to put the head out first and try to crawl after it, or yourself out first and pull the head through?
Definitely the head first.
Just drop the head out the window. I have feather fall.
Yeah, I will
Right.
try to hold on to the head, but if I can't, I'll just let it fall.
Okay. Make me an intelligence check to try to fit the head out the window.
That is a 21.
Okay. As you squeeze the head out, and you've got to get it at you got to get the back plate through, and then lift it up, tilt a bit to get one corner
It's
through,
like-
and then you push the last one through, and you're getting it out. I also need a
Intelligence saving throw?
sleight of hand to see if you can do this without touching the scales.
Okay. That is a 25.
25. Okay, so yeah, you managed to not touch any of the scales as you get this out, and now have
Perfect
the head.
man for the jab.
Barian.
He has it out the window and he's coming down?
He has it out the window. He has not gone out yet.
Drop it and lock that window.
Alright.
Or
I don't want to hurt it. I guess it's stuffed though, so I don't know how durable taxidermy is.
never mind. I'm just gonna go to the corner and watch the
Okay, I'm going to move over to the corner here. and glance around the side there.
Actually, I'm just looking at Roscoe's eyes. So I don't have to go to the corner.
Okay.
I'm just seeing
Stay there.
what they're
What is
doing.
Roscoe doing?
He's going to how far from the house are the hunter and the dog?
Like 20 feet from the opposite side of the building of you guys.
Though they didn't. He was on the opposite side of the property. The dog was.
Yeah, the opposite side of his like rotation.
The
around
house
building.
isn't that huge.
He's gonna fly up and he's going to bomb the dog again and like come and then go the opposite direction, try and pull the dog away.
Okay. All right. Roll me another attack. +3.
I'm just swooping by
Yeah.
it.
I know, but the dog's now been calmed down, so you need to get Argro again, basically.
That is 14.
That is enough, I think. Let me look at the dog stats. Yes, that is enough. As the owl swoops down, now you went up your full movement, so you're going to end your movement right beside the dog if you do this. Because you've got 120 feet of movement, you're 120 feet up.
Sure.
Okay.
Or
And otherwise, you're not really distracting the dog this turn. It's up to you.
yeah, sure, I do it.
Okay. As it lands next to the dog.
Who cares about Roscoe? I'm sure no one's gotten attached to Roscoe.
You don't have enough movement to go back up, is what I'm saying. You have just enough movement to get next to it.
All right, I never mind. I don't know, like, because so the other round, I don't know why I was stopped right by the dog. I have flyby attack. I would have never stopped right by the dog and then flew up 125 feet.
Then you won't have enough speed to get by the dog this turn.
Okay, sure. Whatever. I'm right by the dog, Isaac.
Okay. That is a 16 to get the owl.
That hits.
As the dog leaps up, managing to bite one of the wings. It is 4 damage to the owl.
The owl does not have 4 health, I don't think.
As with a poof, Roscoe vanishes there.
No!
As your sight is kind of forcefully back into your own body, and you can feel the brief sting of pain from the
He
bite.
was
of your
so
arm.
young.
Thanks, Alex. As is going to.
What's the range on blindness, deafness?
That is a thing I can answer.
All right. Dre.
Blindness deafness has 30 feet.
Oh, there you go.
So he's 30 feet.
Okay. Drop it.
Just get out. Climb down the ladder.
All right. I'll try. I'm gonna try to get out
If you can't
while
climb down,
holding the thing and get down the ladder. If I can't, I'll just drop it.
just drop it.
Make me an acrobatics check.
That is a 25.
You deftly get yourself out on the ladder.
I
and turn
spin
yourself around.
the head on my finger like a baseball, or like a basketball.
You do have it up with like one hand and your shoulders. You turn yourself on the ladder and start coming down. Barian, are you doing anything?
So the guy out there is looking at the dog right now, right?
You have no idea. You no longer have vision over there.
Sure. I creep up to the look.
I am back on the ladder, by the way.
Yes, I'm gonna make a check for her once it gets to her turn.
You had movement. You could move down the ladder.
I am moving down the ladder.
Climbing down the ladder currently.
Okay, so what's your movement?
It is 30.
Yeah, you're down the ladder.
Well,
I'm going down a ladder with a giant head. I would consider myself encumbered.
he will get to the base of this ladder by the start of his next turn.
Okay.
Barian, make me a stealth check, please.
Sure. A lot. 25.
Okay. As you peek around the corner, you would see the guard about 20 feet up the side of the building, jogging towards you guys, tight around the building. He doesn't seem to be looking at you. He is scanning as he's like running around the building. It seems to have spooked him with the owl, and he's trying to figure out what's up.
I'm just going to cast Hold Person.
Okay. That is a charisma saving throw?
It's a
Wisdom.
save.
Wisdom. That is a 10.
He
As
fails.
And you see him just mid-run, like frozen there, 1 foot out as he kind of like falls forward. Tips sideways a little bit and lands on the side.
I just realized how annoying that would be. Because you put yourself off balance when you move, and you just like freeze at the wrong.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I'm like, come on, guys, go,
Face.
go, 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 go.
Okay, Kana trying to hold up.
I'm
the ladder.
descending the ladder as quickly as I can.
As I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as you the ladder sways a minute and then becomes visible as it hits the ground.
That's a
as she-
natural 20.
Both would have been visible anyways. I cast a spell.
All right, as you
That's true.
catch yourself balance against the wall and pull yourself down, all without ever having to touch the scales, as you are at the base of the ladder now.
Okay.
Go, 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 go.
Okay, so you're going to start running.
Yep, with my head.
Wait. I would be like, wait.
I stop.
Okay, is it my turn?
I'm just putting the ladder onto the same layer as you guys. Oh, sorry, the
Can I hold an action to dash?
You also didn't relock the window or anything, so.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
All right. As that'll bring us to the dog.
What's he doing?
No idea.
I'm looking around the corner still.
You do not see the dog.
If you can stall for me, I can relock the window.
That's the plan.
That brings us to the guy who's going to make another wisdom saving throw. That is 3.
I don't believe he gets a wisdom.
Whole person, you get one every turn. That brings us to Dre.
All right. Without needing to use any anything, I will mage hand my lockpicks and start moving them up towards the window.
You can make it up there.
Yeah, you are within range.
All right.
Go ahead
So
and,
try and
you're gonna need to wait till next turn to do it because you had to pass it lockpicks and then send it up.
okay. Yeah, actually, I don't know.
You can handle an item as a movement.
I don't know if it picks locks
yeah,
using
you can draw
lockpicks or if I just use the magic of the hand to manipulate the
No.
lock.
You definitely need lockpicks.
But anyways,
Okay.
you can handle an item
But
as a
yeah,
movement.
you can draw free once per turn. So
Yeah. So can I do it this turn then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That is a 23.
23. That is enough as it locks the door closed or the window closed.
Okay.
Barian.
I'm gonna go over and cast invisibility on him and Kana.
Oh, right. Invisibility would have ended.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
But it's only been out for not even 6.
That's why I cast mage hand because I was already.
I go over. I
Invisible.
cast invisibility on both of them with my last 3rd level spell slot.
Which will undo hold person.
Yes.
Sure. And
Because
I say,
concentration.
and I before I cast it, I say, "Get out of here."
Catch my
Can
lockpicks.
You take. Sure, I grabbed the lockpicks.
No, they're in the air.
Well, they're in the air, yeah. So I'm gonna
Okay,
drop them on
I'll
my
catch
turn, but
the lock. Kana, you take the. Well, you can leave your. You don't have to dispel your hand.
yeah, but it's gonna be like it doesn't go at the same speed I run,
Okay,
so
sure.
I'll
Yeah.
eventually be more than 30 feet away from it, and it'll poof, and my lockpicks will fall on the
Sure.
ground.
Kana, you take the ladder.
Got it.
Alex, you take the
Who?
Dre, take the head.
I'm Ham, but yes.
Ham.
Okay, Ham, take the head, and then I'm going to cast invisibility on them, and then I am going to book it.
Okay.
But I'm going to book it in a way that the guy laying on the
But
ground there.
wait, my lockpicks.
Okay, when the lockpicks drop, as soon as they
Yeah.
drop, I catch them.
You
And
can
then
hold an action, yeah.
You can hold an action to catch them, and then your next turn you can run.
okay, I get him to move the hand down and put them into my
He
hand.
is out of movement for the hand this turn. So if you guys want the lockpicks, you're gonna have to wait for them.
Okay, I will just hold an action to run when they fall down.
Or you can go because I'm invisible and I can catch the lockpicks.
Yeah, but you have the head.
I do have the head. It'll make it harder to catch the lockpicks, but I can do it.
You're the most
Whatever, it's fine.
catchable out of all of us at the moment. But you
And I
also
know.
run really
I'll
fast.
run, deal with the lockpicks. So
Okay.
I'm going to cast invisibility on them and then run away. I run
Okay.
80 feet.
Well, you used your action cast visibility, so
then I run 40 feet.
40 feet.
And then I'll make a stealth check. Hide in the grass once I get off the property. The property is not 40.
The hill is more than that, so you'll be running for at least another turn.
Sure, but I'm doing it stealthily.
Brings us to
Staying in the
Kana,
shadows.
who is going to try to grab this ladder and get it out of here. As she starts to move as well.
How far does she move?
You don't know. She's invisible. But for out of gameplay purposes, about as far as you do.
Okay.
It brings us to the dog. which
Uh-oh.
is-
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Where's the dog?
It's on the east side of the building.
Okay, so it's opposite of us. We're fine.
Nope.
No, we are on the south side. So we have a guard on the west, a dog on the east, and
Okay.
All right, Alex.
all right, I'm going to
I have the guard first.
I'm
No, actually, so I need
invisible.
a touch from you. You do not have advantage because this is from smell, not sight. Well, it's a mix of both. I'll give you your
From
advantage.
a dude, from a like a normal guy is gonna smell me.
No, the dog is around the corner, and I'm deciding whether it breaks into a sprint after you or just uses its regular movement this turn.
That is a 16.
Right.
Low roll.
You have the
Okay.
dog, Pepper.
You see
I
the
do.
dog rounding the corner. It does not seem to see you, but it is moving and sniffing and at a light pace as it moves around.
All right.
And then the human is going to use half his movement to stand up as he. What the? 5, 10, 20.
15 he only gets.
Oh yeah, 15. As he's got his bow drawn and is glancing about. Does not notice you.
I'll make a stealth check if you want.
Oh right, there is you as well. Yes, make me a stealth check with disadvantage. You're running down a hill that he's at the top of.
I have the boots.
It's not sound based, sight based.
Okay. 19 and an 18.
Okay.
Lots.
He does not seem to notice you as you're far enough into the shadow of the hill there. Which brings us to Dre. So,
All right. I'm going to let my hand drop with my other hand outstretched to catch the lockpicks as they fall.
Okay. Make me a general dexterity check.
Sleight of hand, wouldn't it be? This is like a very sleight of hand thing.
Dexterity will work.
Okay. That is a 13.
13. That is enough to catch locks as you
Okay.
grab hold of them. However, with that roll, I need another one. We'll do acrobatics for this one to see how well you can balance the head without touching the scales while this happens.
That is a 25 again.
Okay.
I am rocking this head.
You grab those falling.
And then I am going to bonus action dash and use my movement to get the heck out of there.
Okay. The guard notices the falling picks vanish, so he is.
Oh,
going to try to
okay. Sure.
roll the dirty 20 for that.
Wow.
However, rolled a natural 3 on the disadvantage as an arrow just whistles like wide over the hill, not even close to where you are, but in your general direction. However, so if you're not moving half movement, you're not going to be very stealthy, which means he will know your general area well enough to take shots with disadvantage at you.
Okay.
So with
he would like see the grass parting.
Yeah, and you're noisy, so that's
Wow.
your half movement. So just 40 feet, right? What's your normal movement?
30.
All right, that'll put you there.
But I did it twice.
Yes, but you're halved, so you get 15 twice, which puts you about there.
Okay.
Okay, which brings us to Barian. As at the end of this turn, you will be able to break line of sight by getting back close enough to the town.
Sure, I move 80 feet.
Kena is going to be halfway there.
Oh.
Dog is going. What's movement? 30 move 5. All right.
It's like a really clean job.
5, 10, 40. Dog is going to get there. It does not have an attack remaining, however. Had to use some of its extra
Who did
movement.
it get up to?
It is up next to Dre.
How?
I am
it can
slow
move-
with a head.
But he's invisible.
Yes, but he's sprinting, and the dog can smell and see
Completely
things.
track him. How far is his smell, like his blind sense?
It doesn't have blind sense, but he's sprinting, so he.
Yeah, I'm not being sneaky as I run away. I'm just invisible.
The guard is going to try to shoot you, and following the dog, trying not to hit the dog. He has disadvantage, however. That is an 18 to hit.
That exactly hits.
Perfect. That is 5 damage as you feel an
That
arrow.
is 0 damage as it
Yeah.
bounces off of nothing.
Okay, as you pull and you see the arrow curve like it bounced off of something over before sticking into the grass at like a angle from where it was shooting out to. Which brings us to you, Dre.
Alright, Dog's probably gonna get an attack on me as I run
Drop
away.
the dog pepper. You have dog pepper.
I do have dog pepper. Sure, I'll do that with my free hand. I will dog pepper the dog.
Okay, as you grab the thing of it and like dump some on the ground by you, and you would see the red pepper hit the ground, and this acrid, like stinging smell hit your nose that almost
Die.
overpowers you. And you're like, whine of the dog as this hits the ground next to it. Starts shaking its head. We're gonna make a Constitution saving throw for that dog.
That dog's make Constitution saving throw.
Is a 15, which is not enough as it starts whining and crying and just baying in pain.
Sorry, puppy.
And then if you want to take your movement,
And then I'll move another 30 feet.
You can move stealthily now.
so you had to action to throw the dog pepper down, so you can move 15 feet.
With bonus action dash, I can move 30.
Ah,
Because I'm a rogue.
there we go. That gets you just to the edge of, or sorry, no, because this isn't to scale. Because it was about 60 feet from the edge there, and you've moved 30, so you got 30 feet to go before you hit the town.
Okay.
Okay, Barian, you can see your brother about 30 feet back running through the
I
dog.
cannot, because I am invisible.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
You see like a path of grass
yeah,
parting.
You can make out roughly where he is.
Okay. What's the range? Blindness deafness is 30 feet.
Yes.
And nothing's in range of you.
I think 60.
I believe so. That sounds right.
No, I want to know. Some of them are 120. Yeah, 60 feet.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. That will get Kana the rest of the way out. As she gets into the town. The dog is there whining and crying. You're still within his range. He's going to take another shot at you with disadvantage.
All right.
He has moved another 30 feet. Like,
Yep.
That is a natural 2, as an arrow just whistles wide and into a wall of one of the buildings on the edge of the town.
All right.
Great.
And I am going to start moving stealthily. So I'll be moving like 8 movement per action, but I'm gonna bonus action dash and movement dash. So I'll move
Okay.
like 24 feet or something stealthily.
All right. Make me a stealth roll.
All right. That is a 27.
27. As you crouch a bit and start to watch for harder spots and spots where the grass is pushed down where you won't be so obvious, and moving slower to dull the noise of your feet across the ground, you vanish into the evening. All right. Okay, so with that, you guys have got away from the mansion. If you guys want, you can regroup, and Kana will eventually find you, Barry, and say, I left the ladder over by one of the buildings.
that's good. Good job. I retie the head up better and put it on the back of the horse.
So where are you guys meeting?
With who?
Each other. You guys got to regroup. So
Yeah, we
Kana
would've-
has found Barian.
Uh,
Where are you guys going to meet up?
I would have said just, meet
back
us out here.
back where
Okay.
we rested,
Yeah, like out in.
and wherever in that like field that we rested in.
Okay, yeah, at a decent walk. That's like an 8-10 minute walk.
Sure.
So you guys can meet back there, as you would be waiting there with Kana before eventually,
A dragon head just appears.
yeah, it would be like he'd be like 5-10 minutes slower than you as he shows up and Dragonhead just appears on the ground there, just poorly wrapped.
All right. Let's
Pretty
get out
well
of here.
wrapped, I'd say.
Let's get back to Barley.
All right. Do we need a horse again?
We have Chew.
Okay, I guess we're walking then.
Well, Ikina,
Yeah.
can you go borrow a horse? I give her the money, the 14 silver. Same
Okay.
thing. Just ask the guy for the horse. Meet us back here.
So with the head on it, the horse will fit one of you guys.
Yeah, that's why we need another one.
Horses, there'll be 3.
Right. So Kana and him will have to go rent the horse.
Kena can go by herself.
Yeah, but he can't come with you.
No, but he can wait here if he wants. Or
Oh yeah. So if you're
sure, whatever.
going back.
All right, somebody go get a horse and I'll wait
Okay.
here.
Okay, now we'll start going off to get a horse. You guys wait. 15 minutes pass. 30 minutes pass.
Should someone go check on her?
Yep. Go check on her.
They're big. I'll make my way towards the stables.
Okay. You now visible make your way.
Yeah,
in the
but
town.
without the dragon head.
Yes, correct.
Just
Make your way in, and as you get to the edge of the town, you would see like a town on high alert. There's a mix of half cloaks and like hired guards by the road entrances. You can see one standing on a roof, just kind of looking out and casting his gaze around.
going to
Make-
if when I see that, I'm going to crouch down and try and not be seen.
Okay, go ahead and make me a stealth roll.
All right, that's only 17.
Okay, you are not noticed by them as you crouch down once you
Right.
see them.
I'm gonna try and get a sense of what's going on.
All right. You
Like maybe like hang out for a bit, try and like sneak around, figure
Okay,
out what has the ball up in arms.
make me another stealth check as you try to creep into the town.
That is a 28.
28. Okay, you go around a little ways off the side, and you take a while when one of the people on the roof is kind of sweeping the other way to dart in and get in among the buildings. And you'd see it's late in the evening. Most of the town is in bed. The guards are taking care not to be too loud, but there's a small group patrolling the small town, and then people posted at the main entrance on either side.
Is it nighttime?
It is, yeah.
We wouldn't have gone to get a horse if it was nighttime. Right? We couldn't even have rented one. Just saying.
It's too late now.
Yeah. No, I just
Yeah, I didn't realize it was still at night.
let us know about the time of day and stuff if
You
that
guys,
comes
I
up.
asked you what time you were going out, and
yeah.
you
Well,
went
yeah,
in the middle of the
it
evening.
definitely makes sense. I just totally forgot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Said you guys knew.
We didn't go to steal it. We went to rent a horse. So
No, you guys went to steal the head during the
oh,
evening.
okay.
Yeah.
You guys went early in the evening.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you see there's a small patrol going around town, people on either side of the road, and they have at least one lookout on either side who's like scanning the areas that are not the road, like the other fields and stuff.
All right, I'm going to try and find Kina.
Okay. Are you being stealthy about it?
I am.
Okay, make me another stealth check as you creep through the town.
Say 24.
Okay. You creep through the town. It's not hard to avoid the patrol, as there's just like a few guards. The town's not big, but it's still just easy to wait till they're in a different corner than you. And you eventually go to the stable, not far from the tavern. And you can see there's the tavern is cleared out at this point. Most people have headed to bed. And outside the stable is Kana leaning against the wall, chatting. And you can see beside her is one of the guards from the mansion who's just leaning next to her, chatting with her.
All right. I'm going to just like sort of wander up to them. Hey, how's it going?
Hello, hi. Kana goes, hi,
Hi.
hi,
Hi.
hi,
Hi.
hi.
Where'd you run off to?
Here.
I see that. Why don't you come home with me?
I'm waiting to get a horse.
Don't think there'll be horses here until the morning.
Oh, I'm actually Enjoying her company?
How are you? I'm gonna take a step towards him.
He like pulls back a little. Yes, yeah, we were chatting, and he like leans towards you and tries to whisper, but it's not easy with the kind of proximity. We're worried she might be with a group of thieves.
Oh. Why?
That's none of your concern. But actually, and he looks you up and down. I'm not familiar with you.
Oh, I'm just passing through. I was staying at the inn.
All right. Well, um, we're currently on the lookout for a group that may be
Mm.
trying to flee town soon. So I have to ask you to hang around with us for a little while.
All right. Well, I do want to let you know this is my sister and not a uh expert thief member or whatever. So, if you could just let us go back to our room.
Make me a deception check.
That is a 18.
18. He looks at you. Well, we could move over to the inn, but with you out this late, I'll have to stick to my guns on this one, that you guys
Alright.
hang around. But
Alright,
we could move into the tavern.
I understand.
As he picks himself off the wall and nods his head at Kana as he starts walking over towards the tavern and looks back as Kana's leaning there, and he's like, "No, come with me." Oh, okay. And she starts following him.
If they don't come back right away, I'm going to start heading back to Barley.
Okay. You mount up on the horse. What way are you going to get back to Barley?
So like way out of the town, like not going into town until I can hook up with the road eventually.
Okay. Making a wide drift around the town.
Yeah.
Make me an intelligence check.
Sure. 22.
22. Okay. Yeah, you start to suspect something's up in the town. So you cut wide through a couple of the fields and into the plains.
Well, and I'm sure I can see the guys, like the guards and stuff.
You're a good 10-minute walk out of town. So.
Sure.
But you cut quite wide around the town and join up with the road away, out of sight of the town on the other side, and ride towards Barley. You'll arrive sometime into a little later in the morning of the next day.
And I'll just go up to the front guards, and I'm going to cast Alter Self on myself.
Okay.
And I'm going to go up to the guards. Hello.
As there's not guards waiting at the door for you or anything.
No, but I'm sure there's guards on the property.
There's
at the gate.
No, there's no gates. They're not walled towns.
I'm going straight to the mansion.
Oh, you're riding up the... Yes, there is one at the gate.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm here to see the master.
Oh, you got an appointment?
I do. And the voice is going to change. I believe I have a package for him that he would very much like to see.
All right, I'll ask the housekeeper.
And then my form's going to kind of slip off. And I'm
up here. Crazy. Oh, don't do that to a man. Oh.
I'm going to...
All right, shiver the way that shifts around you.
All right. But yeah, I have something he'd very much like to... I'm going to hop down and grab the package and kind of be like, let's go.
Oh. As he opens the gate and swings over, in you go.
Do you mind putting the horse in the stable? Or tying him up or something?
Or just
whatever.
tie him to the gate for a bit.
All right, thanks. I'm going to go knock at the front door.
Okay. You go and knock upon the front door. And a little while later, a familiar face greets you as she opens the door. Yes? Oh!
Hello.
And she looks down at the thing you're holding.
I believe I should speak to Gillian quickly if you have a minute.
Oh, is this the package? The head?
It is.
Is there anything pertinent you need from him, or can we just put it up in the viewing room?
We can put it up in the viewing room. I'll carry it, though. I don't want you to...
Oh, yes, of course. Let's go up. She leads you up. Oh, right. So pulls out a key and unlocks the trophy room.
Yeah.
Could they? Wait, didn't you set up all the arcane locks so no one could?
Not on the trophy room. That's on the storage room beside it.
Okay.
Yeah.
As it would be past this point, once like a few hours had passed, he would let you guys up to your rooms. Do you want to sneak out and try to find your brother?
No.
Okay.
Oh, we're just
Uh,
gonna find an empty room and pretend it's ours. And
Make me a just a sleight of hand check to break into the room.
yeah, just let me find the key here so I conceal it. Just like
He's not following your room. He would have kept you in the
Oh.
main room.
Okay.
So
Oh,
you could actually just
that's a
buy a
26. So
Yeah, you break into one of the rooms and you guys spend the evening in there. As Barry and you're kind of bleary-eyed and a little bit sleepless, but bring in the head and mount it back on its side. And across from it, on the other end of the room, on the larger wall, there is now the two dragon heads just kind of staring across underneath the shadow at each other.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Just unwrap it and then. I'll grab your payment.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
As she walks over towards Gillian's office and comes out a while later with a bag of coin. Here you are, 1,500 as agreed.
Awesome. Thank you.
Most expedient of you, I must say.
Yeah, that's something I wanted to talk to Gillian about.
Right, he's busy at the moment, but
Sure, whenever he's available. If you want, I can just hang around in the library, perhaps.
The library
On the main floor, there's a library.
Yes.
You clean it probably once
I
a week.
suppose you could hang about in the library. I'll
nerd. You hear in your mind.
I go and I just sink into an armchair and I just read.
Imagine making a character who likes books.
The inside joke is Alex's character in our other campaign is obsessed with books.
That's the thing.
As you find a couple good books, what are you looking to read? Like history?
Well, first I cast
or
Detect
fantasy,
Magic to see
or-
if there's any magic books in the library.
Glancing around the library, none that you can see.
Okay. And then I look for, obviously, starting for books that aren't magic but are arcane-like, and then I kind of go from there. And then I'm like, well, I guess I could learn about, the flora and fauna and the beasts around the area, and learn about the forest around a Lochran. And
Like, the most arcane thing you'd find would be a guide on like wizards and how to hire them without becoming a toad.
no, put it.
But yeah, you can look around and just find a book on local fauna and flora and read. You've got a few hours. It's early in the morning and he's not coming out till it's late in the morning and he's not coming down till 4.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna try to find a book on locksmithing.
Locksmithing you're not likely to find in this library. It's a nobles library. But Evandrale, you guys wake up the next morning in your borrowed room.
All right, let's get a horse. Get out of
Okay.
here.
And she gets up and walks out and starts heading down the stairs. Follow after you guys get to the bottom, and the tavern keeper looks over.
Oh, sorry. Here, and I'll pay him for the night.
Okay. As you
Sorry, it was an unexpected change of plans. Didn't want to wake you up.
How did you
The door.
get?
Take care. And I'll put another gold coin down and just like later.
Okay, as you leave a second gold, and he looks at it, looks at you, and just presses his lips into a thin line as you head out the door and over towards the stable where you guys can rent a horse for 14 silver and 4 copper.
Wow, how did you figure that out so fast?
It's a common trip.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the next town. So, as you guys would get back a bit like late in the evening. So Marion, around 4 o'clock, pretty much on the dot, the door would open and you would see Gillian walk into the library and glance around till he sees you. Ah, there you are.
How are you doing?
It's going all right. I took a look in the trophy room, and that improved my mood a few degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Quick work.
Thank you. I was actually going to talk to you about that. you know, are you a man who appreciates efficiency and expediency?
As much as any, I suppose.
All right, because that's one thing I just wanted to show you is we're very quick at what we do, and you know, I feel like a little higher fee, and we could do a lot of good work very quickly.
Make me a persuasion check.
-1.
Net 20.
Hey!
He looks you up and down. I must admit, I am not a fan on people changing their bargains after the work is done, but next day delivery is worth a certain premium.
A certain prime, if you would. top right, by the way.
I suppose
What do you say, 2,500?
that is quite the premium. I was thinking 200 gold onto this job for your quick work.
2,000, and we make it a bargain for the future.
Persuasion check.
Okay, that's a 13.
13.
Do I have a dice, Alex? Don't tell me. Do I have an inspiration?
Nope. Wait, let me double check. I don't think you do, but I believe you used it last time.
I thought no. I think we got some. Do I have? Does it say on the? Do I
It
have
says a D8, but your inspiration little bubble isn't lit up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys used it last time.
Okay.
Yeah.
An extra 300.
All right.
Just gets away with that.
So we got 1,800 then.
Yes. And I'll take it up with my housekeeper as he nods at you. And anything else?
No, we should be good.
Very well.
Yeah.
Will you be in town next time I need to call on you?
I will probably be in the Lochran, but you can send a letter to this address.
Okay. Are you telling him your guys' usual is the bed and board? You guys also know that the Merchants Guild will definitely take letters and
And
hold
does
them
the
for you
Thieves
for a
Guild just?
fee.
Can I just get a PO box at some like? Can I just get a? That would be something. Is can I just buy a PO box at or rent a PO box at the mail place? Like
The Merchants Guild would be the one that provides that sort of service. Where,
Sure.
like, if you have a letter and they hold it for you, they just charge you a nominal fee for how long they hold it.
Just send it to the Merchants Guild in the Lochran. I'll pick it up.
Addressed to the Hooded Jacks, then.
You can send it to an Elmer Fudd.
Elmer Fudd. Spelling?
It's like your fifth
Yeah.
alias now.
ERFUD.
Can you imagine just making up random aliases all over the place?
As he sweeps from the room and closes the door behind him, and you hear on the other side, "Housekeeper, another 300 gold for their expediency." And you hear the door open to the stairs. And a little while later, she comes back. "I was instructed to give you this."
Thank you.
Sets it on the table. "You're quite welcome. I look forward to seeing you in the future. As long as you don't swindle me into any more free tours to your benefit and my detriment."
I still can't believe you took us in on that one. Anything you'd like from a Lochran?
Oh, are you going to a Lochran?
That's where we're from.
Oh, well.
I know it
She
might be
kind of
tough to get some things out
looks
here.
around. Some sweets never go over poorly.
Okay, are you a pastry woman or are you a chocolate woman?
I hardly think a pastry will keep very well here, so some hard candy or something?
Hard candies? Okay. Do you have a preference? Are you fruity or
Anything caramel, and I'm...
Okay. All right. Well, I will take a look at that for you.
Yeah.
Awesome. I shake her hand and I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, she leads you to the door and holds it open for you.
Yeah.
And then you would find yourself outside, and if you wait a few hours more, you would be rejoined with your companions.
Yeah, I just
on our way, I was gonna mention to Kana, you should be careful when guys start talking to you like that.
Why?
Well, sometimes they're guys get dumb ideas.
Yeah, I know. You guys do stupid things all the time.
And I don't want to see you get hurt.
That's okay. I'm really strong.
Okay. If any guy tries anything weird, just punch him.
Okay.
Now, when I say weird, I mean like not the two of us.
Excited look on your face.
If anyone ever tries to hurt you, you punch them in the face, and then you find someone you can trust.
Okay.
I feel like I've made a terrible mistake.
I cannot see how this could ever go.
Anyway, we arrive.
Yes, you guys would find your brother back at the inn, in your guys' room.
Well, I'm glad you didn't worry about us at all.
Huh?
Yep, that's what I thought.
I felt that you guys would find your way over here, but I felt like the priority was probably to get the.
Oh yeah, of course, money over family, always.
What would you have done?
I would have scoured the earth.
Okay,
That's when you clean dishes, right?
that's That's
Kind
good.
of,
Or-
yeah. Scours, sure.
No,
Because I remember when we were cleaning the dishes, we were scouring the pot.
yeah, that's right.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Awesome. All right.
So we're- got a lot of money.
Well, we're gonna have to send a message to Barrick and let him know. Well, he'll know right away when he does the thing, so he'll send a message. We'll keep an eye out for the message in our barrel area.
Kana, do you want to write the message to Barrick?
No.
No, Barrick and them have to do the audit, so they'll find out that it's stolen. They'll do the audit, and then they'll probably come and send a message to us.
All right. So we hang out here for a bit until we get a message.
Yeah, hanging out on the street.
Yay! Oh,
Thing we did last week.
I'm gonna pull out my dice set.
All right.
Dunk.
2 days later, you guys will find a message underneath the barrel.
Okay.
You guys take it back to the room and pop it open. And it would just be like a very rough code. Congratulations on the big poker win. You still owe me from last time, you thieving bastard. Just leave it at my place and I'll come pick up what you owe me.
Okay. Which goes into translates into what?
You can leave it at the top.
Oh, they're going home.
Well, they will eventually, but
Okay.
you guys are going to be doing like a back.
All right, guys, let's we'll head to Alarcon.
Okay.
I feel like we're done here.
You guys make your way
Well,
up
like,
the road.
unless you guys have something you want to do.
Yeah, there's so much to do here. As I roll
Okay.
my dice some more. Like I don't.
Oh!
Yeah, like I have stopped like trying to cheat a dice because it's like so boring that like I actually just want the random chance at this point.
So we walk and take turns riding the horse.
Okay.
Except for me.
It'll take you you'll be like a few hours into the evening as you guys arrive. And it kind of jumps out at you all of a sudden in the darkness once you guys get within range of your dark vision, as the usual torches that line the walls of the city are out, and it is just this black spot that shows up at the edge of your dark vision as you guys can see the gates firmly shut. And the walls that normally have great ballistae and cannons on them, they still do, but less than you're used to.
Hey, Kana.
Yeah?
You don't happen to be friends with the dragon, do you?
Maybe.
Is that a yes, or you might be if you meet one?
Well, I don't know. Maybe they're friendly and they want to be my friend.
Okay, but you haven't already made friends with a dragon.
Not this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we could probably camp out till morning.
Where?
I don't know.
Well, there's definitely a campsite outside the city.
Oh, okay. As long as it's not like in the forest.
No, nope. And normally the campsite would have quite a few people in it, just like caravans that showed up late and couldn't make it through in time for the inspection on the way into the city. But when you guys get there, it is deserted. It's kind of like a ghostly scene. It's somewhere usually bustling, like usually at least a few caravans like camped out there, just
Oh,
an empty space with a bunch of fire pits.
I guess we're roughing it.
There's
Uh,
some like buildings with wood for fires and stuff.
Okay. Okay. I guess we're keeping watch for the first time forever. I don't want to get jumped on by a dragon, do you?
No.
Who's taking first watch?
Oh, I had a question. So they got paid 2,500, right?
Yeah.
We should have got half of that.
No.
6 people in the group.
Yeah. I took it and I split it 6 ways.
Yeah, but we only got one way.
No, you got 415 each.
Oh, did you write that in?
Yeah.
So that's like 1,200 and some.
Well, Kana's got her share.
Okay, so 830 then. Did you write that in?
Yeah. We're at just under 3,000 gold.
Okay, cool. I wasn't sure. I thought you just put in. Okay.
You guys are going to have to split yours 6 ways as well.
Yeah. 300 each. So can you put in 600 into ours and give Kana 300?
Yeah. So I will just preemptively take. Let's see, we got 1,800, so we keep 600. Give 1,200 back.
Yeah, so just write 600 in ours and then 1,200's in the knot, and then Kana gets her 300.
Okay. Okay, so we do lose a lot of that gold, but that's fine. Totally fine.
Yeah. All right. Oh, she doesn't have a key.
I shall fetch the door.
One moment. Do 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 do. Copyright infringement.
Nope. Just my cloak. Ugh. So, you guys are camping out. Who is taking first watch?
I will.
I'll take second.
Okay. Then Evandrel, make me a perception check, please.
That's a
Actually, 2, since you guys are probably taking 2 watches at a time.
Yeah, that's a
We actually
17.
need to take watches.
Yeah, but that breaks into 4 watches.
Well, I mean, so 4 hours.
I just do them in 2-hour shifts. So you make a check,
Okay,
and
but
then
with-
the next person makes a check.
Yeah, with 3 elves, it's easier because he can do 1 watch, and then we can just do 2 watch, and we're completely done our sleep. We only have to do 8 hours.
I know. So it's going to be 2 people doing 2 checks, which is why I'm making them do 2 checks.
Okay.
That's a 17 on my first.
Okay. You watch. It is a quiet evening. Make your second one.
That's a 16.
16. Okay. Still quiet, although you start to notice as the animals start to get more used to you, there's much more wildlife about than you'd normally expect. This close to the city, quite a few birds hunting through the night. You can hear the slithering of snakes through the grass on the plains. Normally would be frightened away from a roadway like this, but for some reason, there's many more of them than you expect. All right, who's taking the second watch?
Me.
Okay, make me your
I'm
first
gonna
perception.
I'm gonna wake him up by putting my mage hand up his nose very slowly.
She's also gonna do it with me because she's
Yep.
had her 4 hours.
Sure. As
Or
only dig into your nose.
14.
All right, you're watching, and nothing comes to bother you. Just kind of watching the wildlife around you, although it doesn't start to catch on just yet. That it should be strange. Make your second one.
19.
19. Okay, it does start to creep into this like odd feeling, and you even see a couple of deer passing nearby, which would normally live
dear.
or out of the forest, close to a roadway.
Weird.
But you guys finish your rest unmolested. Wake up.
Is that what
more-
could have happened? Those are high stakes perception checks, man.
It'll be a few hours in the morning when you
Okay.
guys get up, as you got there kind of late, and you would see the gates open and a line already forming of caravans waiting to get into the city.
All right.
So you guys join the line and eventually move forward in the queue, and it's going much slower than you're used to. And you guys eventually get there, and the guards would stop you. Halt! One of you step forward.
I'll step forward.
Okay. You step up, and he brings out a small bell that he hands to you. Hold this.
Okay.
Thank you. And he takes it back, and then, all right, don't resist, as he nods to a priest just behind him in clerical robes, and you see him casting a spell.
Do I still have the bell?
No, he's taking the bell back.
Oh. Okay. I just sort of. I like prepare myself, but don't do anything.
You feel some sort of force watch over you, which you can resist or not.
He said not to resist.
Yeah, I won't resist.
Okay. As he looks over at the priest, and the priest nods at him. Right. What's your business?
I live here.
How long have you lived here?
I actually don't know how long in game have we been here.
You guys have lived here for a few months at this point.
A few months. A few
No.
months. We were away for about a year, then came back recently.
No, well, yeah, well, you guys were gone for like a 6 month
But we
portion
still
of it.
live
Yeah,
here,
so then with that included, close to a year.
Close to a year.
I think.
Oh yeah, you had a year journey, so yeah, a bit over a year.
We've been here like over almost 2 years.
Your journey took just over a year.
Oh yeah, maybe a couple months. Oh no, we did leave for a year, and then okay, no, actually, maybe that journey took longer. It was actually closer to 2 years, maybe.
Oh no, the timeline. 'Cause
Not sure exactly, is what I
it was
say.
You guys took slightly less than a year to get back.
Mhm.
You were there for less than a month before that, and it's been less than 3 months since then.
Sure.
All right. Have you been in the forest recently?
Did we go through the forest?
No.
Nope.
Do you have any affiliations with the dragon or anyone who works for them?
Nope.
Do you have any ill intent for the city or its rulers?
Nope.
Pass. As he's going to ask each of you guys the same questions and have you hold the bell in turn
Same access.
before.
Ding dong.
No, the bell makes no noise.
Oh, that's boring.
You guys pass through and you find yourself.
Wanna make
the
bell
city.
noises.
The city, however, is much changed from the city you know and love.
Love.
Where is
Alexis, are you cooking pizza bites? Right on. Sure.
Yeah.
So, on your way in, you guys would have noticed that the forest that usually presses up against the edge of the city has been cleared about 20 feet back from the wall. You would see many more guards about the streets than you're used to, most of them coming and going from the direction of the market, and quite a few carts moving constantly with wood from outside the city towards the market. Let's see.
Firewood's in a surplus.
Oh, yeah.
One of the things you guys would have noticed coming in is a few of the Saurian and Dragonborn traders who were in the line being turned away at the door. And the other thing you guys would notice is normally near the entrance, which is pretty close to Bar Street, there's homeless, like begging and panhandling, and you see none of them around. The street is clear of anybody doing that sort of thing.
Okay.
That's what you guys would notice just as soon as you arrive. So, where would you guys like to go?
Better than not.
Probably back to not.
Okay. You guys head towards the entrance to the inner run. And when you arrive there, you'd see the security here is actually lighter than it normally is. This takes you close enough to the market for you guys to have a look, as you would see where you would normally expect to start to see the edge of the tents and the stalls set up. There is none of that. And instead, you would see they have all been removed, and you can see just the edges of a great rampart of wood being built up against the wall at such an incline that one could roll something up the wall if they needed. And you guys would see the location of the missing defenses on the wall, as this wall along the edge of the forest is bristling with cannon and ballistae and trebuchet built up. And they're starting to fill the top of this wooden rampart where they've built out the wall with even more of these sorts of things, all facing towards the forest. The whole thing bristling with guards. You can see people in priestly and paladin robes walking among them with a sharp eye out.
Things have changed a lot.
Really?
There is just tons of carts and workers constantly building this wall, and you've located the missing panhandlers as you would see them working to build these ramparts and expanding the walls here.
Okay.
You would see spots marked off that have been like pegged out to prevent people from walking on, that are kind of in the center of the main roadway that the carts are going around.
Okay. Things are very different here, Trey.
They look kind of the same to me. I mean, like the market's gone.
Is Hall's shop still there?
Uh,
Like it was a building.
yeah, it's a building. You'd have to go around and check, but you don't see any buildings missing that you're used to seeing.
Do you want to go pay a visit to Hall?
No.
If he knows anything about this dragon?
He's gonna like say, "Oh, I was hoping you'd never come back," and then
he
he's
might
gonna
know-
like hit me or something.
Sure. I just thought he
But
might know something.
fine if you want to, I guess.
I just thought he might know something about the dragon.
Fine, we can go see how.
All right.
Okay. You guys walk over and you would find the Oolong Dragon tea shop. However, the doors are wide open, and there is a bustling business of, he's set tables outside, and since he's so close to the workers, he seems to be doing pretty good business with people coming and going, and it's just a flood of people kind of on the, it would be like the outdoor seating that he's set up out there, with tea and some cold drink and whatnot being sent over to people. And you can see a couple of people have moved inside and set up their stalls, as it sees a couple of the food and drink merchants have either rented space or set up in here as well. And you would see the old man bustling about with just a pot pouring cups, and you watch for a while, and he definitely should have run out of tea in that pot by now, but he's still just pouring away.
I just like walk in and look around.
Head like cranes and turns till he sees you guys. Finally!
Hello.
Hello, I've been looking for you.
Yeah, how you been?
I've been all right. Better if you show up when I need you.
Oh, what's up?
Well, I found another one of those thingamabobs.
The slug?
Well, sure.
What?
Remember the thing we dug out of the basement of the other place?
The slug that almost killed me?
Yes, that one.
I found where another one's hiding, and I need you to go get it.
Why?
Oh. What are they?
The things, thingamabobs.
What
Call
do-
them a thingamawhat's. It's,
What do they do?
well, mostly just sit where they are until you go get them and bring them to me.
And then what do you do with them?
We bury them under the mine spire.
Under the mind spire.
The same tree you buried it under last time.
Okay.
What do they do when they're buried under the mine spire?
Preferably nothing.
So what do they
It's
do?
kind of the whole point.
What do they do when they're not under the mind spire?
They do thingamabob things.
Like what?
Like wiggle about and throw out psychic energy and other such things.
Oh, wasn't that the one that was making it so that you couldn't hold the house together?
Well, that was when it took over my consciousness briefly, yes.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
You were far kinder.
We'll have to make sure we remember not to
I'll
touch
ignore that.
not to touch him with it.
Well, if you bring it up close to me, it'll probably try the same thing again, but I'm ready this time.
Uh-huh.
Hey, I have a question for you.
What's your question?
Do you know anything about the dragon
What dragon?
in the forest?
There's a dragon in the forest?
You
Your
didn't see
tea
the
shop
rampart.
is called the Oolong Dragon.
Yes.
So you know the rampart
Don't
there
know
they're
about
building?
the dragon.
You
Is
know
that what it is? I thought it was shade.
what's-
Seemed terribly inconvenient with how they blocked off the sides.
Oh. Yeah, there's a dragon in the forest.
Oh. So when can you go get the thingamabob?
We kind of
That's
got stuff that pays us money that we're up to right now, but maybe if you paid us money that like equaled the money that we could be making doing other things, we could make the time.
Fine, 2 gold each.
We just got paid 1,800.
Make a deception check.
Oh, we got paid
The
1,800.
group got you
Sorry,
guys.
we just got paid 600.
3 gold each.
Do you think you could pay us in other ways? Maybe does it have to be gold?
I sort of give you like a really strange look.
All right, 1 free tea each.
No, I'm not drinking your tea.
I'm like, I take a chip off the table, one of the chits he has. I'm like, I have a free tea right now.
He doesn't give those out to people. That's not a thing. He literally like scrawled them on a piece of paper for you guys.
I write free tea on a piece of paper when he's not looking. You see, I have one.
I didn't make that.
Absolutely, you did. You don't remember.
Then it doesn't count.
What? What?
Well, all right, I've paid you in advance. Go do the work now.
No. That's not how it works.
You haven't
Okay,
even
man.
paid us.
I did. I paid him already.
In what?
He negotiated for
No,
it.
this was from the other time.
I don't believe you.
I don't know if you know who you believe.
Anyways, go deal with the
I don't know
thingamabob.
if you know that believing is a thing that you know.
Whereabouts is it?
Well, somewhere underneath the arena.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah. Well, I guess we could.
Why do you
take
need
a look.
us to do it?
Because if I go get it, it'll attack me. It'll attack you too. It's just less catastrophic if it takes over you.
Yeah, so why don't you get some like idiot to do it and then
I think that's what he's doing.
Well, you guys have just enough psychic ability for it to not just shred your mind instantly, so you seemed like the logical choice. Plus, your mom wants me to
Say-
take care of you and keep you busy.
said
All right.
Did you hear that? He said I had ability.
Don't go getting a big head.
Well, why don't we take a look at it tomorrow? We'll go sleep and we'll come back and look at it tomorrow.
All right, well, there's got to be some way down there if it got disturbed. But I just started feeling it recently, so whatever disturbed it, it's new.
Okay. Maybe the dragon disturbed it.
There's a dragon?
We just talked about this outside in the forest.
Oh, right, yes.
Okay. We'll take a look for you.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Bring it back to me. We'll get it under the Mind Spire. Everything will be great.
Okay. Thanks, Hall.
Welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Now go away.
With
Unless you want
pleasure.
to take that free tea I gave you.
And I just start backing away.
Okay.
Probably a good time.
Well, you guys can get back to the knot then, and drop off your equipment and your guys's whatever you want. Is there anything you guys want to do before we end the session? 'Cause this is a pretty good,
See,
between
a real quick thing. Can we send a message to Barrick? I'm worried about Lyra. Or Lyra.
Lyra?
Lyra.
Okay. What are you worried about?
She's a dragonborn.
Oh, good point. Yeah, we should. Yeah, we can go stop at a courier quick. Here, I give him some paper. I'm like, what do you want to say?
Dear beloved dragon lady, it has come to my attention that you are in fact a dragonborn. Alakrin has started being racist against anything related to dragons. Please keep this in mind if you plan to visit our fair city in the future. Yours truly, the Jack of Hearts.
Big poopy smell.
What?
You didn't know that.
What did you write?
I wrote big poopy smell. AKA Evandreo.
Okay, read it back to me.
I read the entire letter to him, and then I just read, sincerely, Evandreo.
Make sure
Hold it
you
up.
include that I'm the Jack of Hearts in there. I like that title.
I put the Jack of Hearts.
Excellent,
And then
excellent.
I put it in an envelope, and I address it to the
To the
like,
inn in
in
Belarus or
Bamber.
yeah.
Bamber.
Okay.
And I
Belarus.
drop it off the courier stop on the way to the knot.
Okay. Yeah.
Could you send this post haste, please?
Yeah. For silver, they can do their rush.
Haste posted.
Alex, can you give them a silver?
Fine.
As you would see, as you hand over the silver, him knock on a door and an Aarakocra walk out, grab it, and step out the door and take flight.
Thank you.
Welcome.
All right. Let's have a little R&R.
Okay. Then we will end the session.
Wonderful. Well, thanks for coming out and watching, everybody. It was great. How many viewers did we have?
We had one viewer.
Who was that?
Me.
Oh, you. So yeah, no, it was great.
Yeah,
once
I've been here
again,
the whole time. It was, as a
Yeah.
viewer, I think it was a really good show.
It was a good session. Everything's getting better, and we're gonna put up some more videos. And
We had like probably one of our smoothest robberies ever.
yeah, no, it
We got
went
in, got out.
wonderful.
No one got hurt.
Yeah, no, it actually was perfectly. I think Mondo King would be very proud of us. Hopefully,
All right, guys.
he comes in
Hey,
and sees.
bye
Bye.
guys. See you guys
Every
next
Wednesday
time.
from 6 to 10 p.m. Mountain Time. We're also on YouTube for Adventure Corp. I've started throwing stuff up on TikTok for some of our highlights.
Oh yeah,
as
me
well
too. I have a TikTok
on
too.
Adventure Corp. You can find Daniel at Daniel J. Petty.
I don't.
Yeah, Mondo, give me like.
And we're also on Patreon as Adventure Corp. If you want to support us and help us get better gear so that we can have mics and cameras when we start being able to meet up in person. But,
For some Mondo better sound.
Thanks, everybody. Signing off.
All right, bye.